It's us. We're here. I had a little trouble switching over the scene today. I don't know why, but we're here, episode 4, for some sweet Ram of the Frost Maiden action. Is anybody hello, friends?
Hello.
Okay.
Hi.
Good.
I'm mad because Butt Prince beat me to the joke that I was typing out before I got a text.
Get wrecked.
So I'm fasting from talking in protest.
I
I'm
hope. I
You mean you're
hope.
being quiet?
I hope that you all enjoyed the new official Rime of the Frost Maiden theme tune by the lovely Drummer Boy. That was in the works since we began the campaign. Drummer Boy's been working on that with me, mostly me anyway.
Was sick.
And I think it's goddamn atmospheric as hell. So, you
Made
know,
me colder.
yeah, it should. It should indeed make you colder.
Change temperature.
Yeah. So, how's everybody doing? Anybody got any cool stuff? It's been like 2 weeks since we re-adjourned for this particular show. Though we did play Pathfinder together for Roll20Con on Friday. So
Which was a freaking delight.
It hasn't
was
been-
We
so delightful.
played Pathfinder.
we did.
Hey, we
We just
played
messed around.
Pathfinder.
It was fun, but I don't think we played Pathfinder.
Yes, we
Hey,
did.
hey,
You don't need to no sell this, Dave.
Absolutely.
I'm
Played
annoyed. Stop
It was
it.
good, but
Then
just
stop
that-
dismissing it. I want to say I've played Pathfinder before.
Hey, Dave,
No,
did you see the
you
thread
did a great
on
job.
the thread on Twitter that was like, I love how these two people interact because Elf was like,
Yes.
I'm gonna go this way, and then you're like, but I haven't thought of that, and then she was like, but as an adventurer, I'll go this way.
It was honestly super interesting because it highlighted to me something I didn't realize about the priorities I have when I'm GMing, and it's just kind of not keeping information secret from the players.
And you know what, like
never roll a knowledge check unless it's really obscure, because it's more interesting to give people as much freedom as.
I mean, I think one of the things that a lot of people forget, right, is like when you call for dice to be rolled as a GM, you have to know what you're gonna do if they don't succeed, right? Like there's the whole like if a die is rolled and it is a failure, there has to be a failure state, and if there's no way to go past then, you shouldn't call for a die roll. Like, yeah.
Is that like a universal rule?
No, it depends what game you're playing, right?
Okay.
But
I actually don't super agree with that. Because I like the idea of like you can offer benefits for rolling and then have the failure state remain neutral.
I think that's true.
personally,
I think that's
it's
true as
fine.
well. But basically, my take on that is like I've run into situations where it's like we need this knowledge to get through the door, and it's written on the door, and then we roll, and then we don't get it, and then we can't open it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that kind of stuff, right? But you're right. There are like other ways to do it, but I don't know. I try only to call on it when it's necessary or fun.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it was a fun little sojourn through the system. That was a good time.
I like the map.
I like the map. Yeah, the rotating map was
very
the
good.
rotating map was freaking awesome. That's some good Roll20 usage there. With the map tiles that are technically squares.
Rollable tokens.
Yeah, that you can roll to different sides to get them to like change what's on the map. What's up, Gabe?
It was also how I learned how to use dynamic lighting on Roll20.
Oh,
And it was 30 times easier than I thought.
it's
because
not that hard. Yeah.
I knew nothing, and I knew how to do it after an hour, which is a good sign.
Yeah.
An hour of learning on stream, which I feel like is different than normal learning because you're like
Yeah.
performative learning. I'm paying attention and being cute.
I can't remember what I did in that stream.
What I
It's all a blur.
What
I
I
don't
mean,
think I did
it's
anything.
what I will say is performative learning is sometimes great if you can interact with chat because chat knows lots of things.
Yo,
True.
some of those people were like experts on the dynamic lighting. They're like, yeah, if you hit this button, you can see the character's token. I'm like, what? Hold on.
Whoa!
Blew my mind.
Also, shout out to the room, like the rooms filling with water. I thought that was just such a fun,
Yeah.
cute effect that like
Yeah.
expanded a sense of like urgency for the whole. Like, it was very, very cool.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
the
as a
video
person that
game
primary,
sequence in
yeah.
a tabletop, which is
But yeah,
yeah,
I
as
Always
someone that
5
plays
seconds from done
primarily.
was great.
I highly recommend
Yeah.
if you didn't have your fill of us from our lack of this show last week, you can check us out for that. There's probably a VOD somewhere on the Roll20 channel.
And while you're there is I was gonna say, there's a lot of content from Roll20Con.
Mm-hmm.
Like they did a lot of stuff.
I mean,
that was not
it's a con's worth of stuff, and we're the
Yeah,
5 of us together are only in one part. So
the Indoor Recess crew did some awesome donation incentive stuff for their characters, and I think they're due to cosplay a finale of the season, which is
I
so
think-
cool.
Don't quote me on it, but I'm pretty sure they reached the goal for Carlos in a crop top. Like,
That's amazing.
Croplos.
That's
the only thing I've ever wanted in my whole life.
Flows.
Yeah.
That's
I
great.
mean, got to shout out them. They had some real
Yeah, definitely.
involvement in that stuff. Which I thought was really cool.
The Harlem Unbound game on Saturday morning was super fun too.
So
wanna
They
shout that out.
also
So much
did a whole segment on how to set up for the Queen in Roll20 that I found very interesting.
I bought that game after
Uh-huh.
I played it on my tabletop show, not this past week, but the week before with GoGG Jess, and I'm like, crap, I love this. So I bought the physical copy, and then I just spent like a day just looking through the cards and the ideas. And like it's now every time I have a royal figure in a game, I want to set them up, like regardless of the system, using that.
Yes. So
my
good.
God,
That's
I must
literally
be the
my
only
favorite
person-
RPG.
For the Queen is really good. Yeah.
I think I must be the only person who hasn't played it.
I've never played it. I'm just super fascinated by it and really
Yeah.
want to.
What if
That's
we make a
gonna
cool
change.
donation? Yeah, what if we make a cool donation goal? Because we're still supporting
We are still
Code
supporting.
2040. So what if we set a goal for today? If we get a certain amount of dollars,
How
we'll do it for the Queen stream.
how many dollars would you like to set it at?
Honestly,
What's that
$3
now?
because I want to play for the Queen.
Like
Okay.
$3.
Let's go $100.
Let's go.
Yeah,
100.
it's got to be more. $500.
500, yeah, I think 500.
Let's meet in the
$500
middle
and
and
we're
say
gonna
Three
play for the
hours
Queen.
without prep.
250?
let's
Yeah,
say
dude.
let's
What?
say 300.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like $100 an hour.
Yeah, I like that. Let's go 300. If we get
Cowards.
$300 towards Code
Cowards.
2040 this stream. Shh. I'm talking.
Cowards.
I'm talking. Shh.
I like being shushed by Elf. That's the thing I learned about myself today.
Oh, jeez.
If we get $300 for Code 2040 today, and there we can put a link in chat, we will do a for the Queen stream. I assume with all of us at some point in the future.
You're right. Can I be the queen?
I
I don't know how it works.
Not how it works. But
Okay.
so we'll do that, and also don't forget that there's raffling to do as well, because money is still going towards copies of this lovely game, Icewind Dale: Rime of the Frost Maiden, that you can win this stream by using the code. I believe TK said that this week it was #boogie.
Hashtag boogie.
Hashtag
My phone
boogie.
loves it.
For every $100 donated to Code 2040 through our Tiltify, it's another copy of Icewind Dale as well. So you can get the double whammy of 4 copies of Icewind Dale in the raffle, and us playing some For the Queen at some point. So there you
Maybe
go.
you even
Also,
win
thank
all
you
the
to
copies.
Butopia for that awesome piece of art of Swash Boogie. It was great.
Yeah. Good job.
Slash Boogie.
Good job,
Swash
Bud Prince.
Boogie got something.
He was much cooler in that
Double
photo, in that drawing, than he was in the game.
I'm sorry. I still feel bad about that poor character.
Nah, he did great. For a one-shot, he was perfect.
It was the best almost TPK I've ever been a part of. So
I'm just saying I clutched it out at the end of that one.
Also,
you really
How
did.
How did no one get that I was Elsa from the front of it when it was what I spoofed our games here? The Frost Maiden name.
It took a while, okay? It was Friday.
It took me a while.
No, it was Friday. I had just gotten out of like 2 Zoom meetings. I don't
Oh my
know what
gosh,
to tell you. A weekday.
So, how have people been like? What have you been up to in these 2 weeks that I have not asked you this question?
So many things, but Gabe and I have been doing our werewolf game, and it's been so much fun. And I love
Ooh.
these characters, and I love this game. and it's going really well.
We got nicknamed the Awu Crew.
Yeah.
We are
That's
the
a good
Awu
name.
Crew.
That is an easily quotable name. Yeah.
It
Awu Crew.
is.
But we're having way too much fun, I think.
Yeah.
The last episode was like a lot.
Yeah, I had to go do something else, and then apparently the vibe was like sad times.
Shit
Wow.
got real. Shit got real. It wasn't all sad. It was just very introspective and nostalgic.
I'm worried about y'all.
Listen, it's a Werewolf the Apocalypse game. Things are gonna get wild next week. This week on Saturday is our finale, and it's Halloween. It's a full moon. Like,
I'm going outside, Aki. You can't stop.
no,
me.
Don't go outside.
I already
No.
found my spot. I looked yesterday. It's very nice. I can see the moon very well. I'm taking my didgeridoo. I found that as well.
You're gonna perform a ritual.
No.
Basically,
I don't
Because-
believe. I don't believe him even a little bit.
either.
What do you mean no? Of course you're gonna perform a ritual. What's going on?
And I've just been.
If I were there, I would come with you and wear my witch hat. But
That's
sorry,
fair.
sorry, Aki, go ahead.
No, I was just saying that's. I mean, I've been up to I've been up to lots of stuff. If you don't know what I'm up to, you should check out my Twitter. My Twitter has all the news. My
All the-
Twitch also has all the news.
Yeah.
But the most important thing is that I'm doing fun werewolf stuff with Gabe, and it makes me happy.
Sweet.
Yay.
What about you, Abria? What have you been doing?
Well, on Monday I was on Felicia Day's panel about being a lady GM. Wednesday was the finale of Pirates Leviathan and also the premiere of The Unleashed, which is a new game I'm running. It's in masks, but we did a bunch of filming and stuff beforehand, and it's such a wild beast that we've been working on since April that finally started, and it was really cool because we topped out at just under 20K
Nice. Yeah.
yeah for our first episode, and then the VOD viewership is 500K. So
That's
now I'm just
awesome.
in a dead panic about all the other episodes.
Alright.
Gotta live up to that.
That's goddamn amazing. Hype for that.
I don't think you have to worry, Abria, because last time I checked, you're fucking phenomenal and amazing, and so it'll be fine.
It's all a lie.
I understand. I understand. Yeah.
Accept my love.
That sounds like a very exciting times.
Love you too.
How about you, Dave? What's new?
I just want Aki to shush me, or I just want Elf to shush me again.
What have I done? Let me look at my calendar. Nothing. Play video games. I didn't stream them because
Fair enough.
no, I need me time.
No, I
All
get
the
that.
time is me time.
I get that. I get that.
I accidentally resubscribed to World of Warcraft.
Accidentally.
That was weird. That was weird. And I
Okay.
just played it and I leveled a new character and
I'm going to tell you what that moment sounded like. I read a post on Facebook.
Uh-huh.
Someone said, my husband accidentally bought 200 pounds of meat. Now, that Facebook post makes me, it's not the same, but how did you accidentally?
I didn't.
There it is.
It was on purpose. I
He
just
also
lied.
did not accidentally buy 200 pounds of meat. That
No.
man did it on purpose.
No.
What
I watched
That man
really
was not me, by the way. Just
Oh.
wanna make that very clear.
I finished a really good TV show this week. That's the highlight of my week recently was have any of you watched Preacher?
I got all the way up to I think the last season, and I haven't watched it yet.
The last season goes off the goddamn wall. Like if you thought it was weird before, it gets so much weirder.
Because it's 3 seasons, right?
It's four seasons.
4. I think I watched the first 2 and maybe dropped off. So I don't remember what the last.
The 4th season is it's just like a what the hell is happening ride for the entire season, and I highly recommend it.
I started watching The Queen's Gambit on Netflix
Also good move.
yesterday
Good move.
and ended up staying way too late I usually try to get to bed at a decent time. That did not happen last night, which might explain why I'm like over here just like, what's happening today?
So, I mean, speaking of that, I stayed up until 3 a.m. to do a ritual in a video game with my friends on Saturday night. I was just like, the DM lives in Eastern Europe. I have to wait. We're gonna do it at 3 a.m. and that'll be great. And then I went to bed at like 4:30, going like, that was worth it. Well done, friends. Good
Love it.
job. Slowly sliding further and further into demonic corruption. That's my life. Like,
Why go
actually.
slow?
But, yeah, why go slow? Yeah,
This is
you're
some
right.
real speed
You're right.
witch.
All right. I should just go fast. Yeah. Anyway, that's me. What, Gabe, I didn't ask you. Gabe.
It's okay. So I don't have anything this week, but next week, every like 4 things that I've been working on for the last few months are being announced literally this week, and I'm like, thank
yeah.
God, because I'm tired
Yeah.
of keeping my mouth shut. I am suffering.
NDAs can be rough sometimes.
Mhm.
Yeah. There's physical things, there's digital things, and I'm just excited to have this stuff out. I'm also playing in a game later today for the Flames of Freedom Kickstarter that I worked on.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. I'm excited to see what everyone else does because I'm an agent of chaos, but I'm gonna hold it off today because otherwise I don't know if James is going to give on everything we do.
I
I forgot a thing.
Okay, yeah, Dave.
Ooh.
Dave.
I finished like my first role-playing game design project in
Oh.
like years this morning.
Yeah.
Oh.
Only little,
Hey,
but I'd done it.
congrats. Congratulations.
Can you talk about it?
Yeah, I feel
Oh no. Did we lose Dave?
fan magazine.
Oh, it was
It's that
the
one.
magazine thing you were talking about previously.
Yeah. I finished that.
Nice.
That was pretty sweet. I don't think they get like exclusive rights because it's mine and they're not paying me. So yeah, it's fine. I made a versatile for Heritage for a game that's not this one,
I'm sick.
Hmm.
which was really fun.
I
I had a nice time.
I'm glad that you got through a project. Getting from A to B and then all the way to the end is like
It's been a long
no matter
time
what
since I
it no
finished,
matter
yeah.
what it is, yeah, like getting to the
Yeah.
end of a thing is a achievement. I said it while we were all like hanging out together, in a genuine space. The 30 minutes before this where we bullshit all the time. We do, by the way. There's like 30 minutes before this show starts where we're just all talking to each other about whatever the hell. But I am super hyper proud of everybody in this group and all the cool shit they do. And I just want to make that known publicly that I think everybody in this group is super cool.
No,
I
you.
feel that way about
Hold
you
on.
too.
It's so stinking mutual.
Good, wonderful. Is there anything else I have forgotten? Oh, wait, yes.
Yeah!
Yes, there
Oh
is.
my god.
We have art for you of the characters that exists now. I didn't check the name of the artist, so somebody else, please.
I got you.
Okay.
It is Rachel Denton
Yes.
at Talioneer. It is making sure I spell it right. TALLINIER.
Oh, nice. Okay, so that is who has done our token art, and I have it for you to show it to you.
Can you write it in chat?
Yes.
Yeah. Type it into chat for us.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Art,
Let me see here. We're gonna-
everybody.
So we're just gonna go to the Roll20 here real quick, and I made a page specifically to do this.
I want to go on it.
Also, have you
Bring us.
noticed, everyone, that now instead of scrolling left to right, the drop down for maps scrolls up and down? That's my fault. I made them want to do that because I scrolled for so long in those first couple of segments of this show.
That's amazing.
I'm just gonna take
You
credit.
did it.
Thank you for your service.
I want to take credit for that one.
It's nice.
But so anyway, I have a here is our lovely boy. I will move the players as well so they can see.
Yeah.
Hang on, hang on.
It's been a while since I've seen the other characters.
Here's our first lovely boy.
Not
Rattle.
boy, but
Look
very
at
lovely.
that.
Well, you know what I mean. Yeah, exactly.
BOI.
Skeleton.
So
You
here's
can hear
Look,
the eye.
got dagger in their mouth of their shoulder thing to throw it.
I love it.
It's so edgy. and
I
so
love his like
practical.
little spare head. Well, their
Uh,
little spare head.
Yeah, so that's
I don't know
Little
why.
spare head that's also a sheath for their dagger. Yes, very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that is Rattle. I have beneath. The only way I could figure out how to do this was by stacking the tokens. So,
Smart.
beneath we have Yeshivon.
Look
The
at
wonderful,
that!
adorable Yeshivon.
Look how cute they are, and they are Aki. Like, so good.
Fantastic.
At you.
Yeah, I love it. I love them.
It does actually look a lot like me.
It does a bit, yeah. Yeah.
Heck yes.
I didn't even do that.
And then beneath once more, we have Bursa.
Yeah. Look at
Bursa-
my girl.
Bursa looking so good.
Just vibe. Like her skin's too clear. I'm like mad about it.
I like her.
Like, what's your routine, girl?
I like her fangs. The
And her
fangs are
like
sick.
like her almost feathers on her face are so
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that. And of course, last but never least, Vidrux.
Ugh.
good. Can
so good.
get it.
Vidrux.
Yo.
I love it.
Get it.
For real though. Like, how are you doing?
Well,
Listen.
Don't respond in character. I'm gonna get
Listen.
confused about our friendship.
The problem is I am so deeply attracted to like everybody living in this group. I have to make that
Nice
distinction
catch.
because
Love it.
I am not entirely sure it is appropriate to be attracted to our skeleton.
Mm,
I
yeah, fair enough.
Zaddy.
But also,
Violence,
this Vidrux
right.
look is dead ass Gabe,
I
and
am-
it's so
Yeah.
cool.
I'm a big
That's a Gabe like expression.
yeah.
I've
Yeah,
seen
that-
you
Gabe's
make it.
whole face and mouth
But-
and like vibe, and I'm so
Can
into
we
it.
talk about how that grin is a grin that Abria just utilizes all the damn time though? Like
That's all I
that,
know.
that is 100% Abria.
I'm
I need this art to stop looking at me. Can we move on?
no.
I
Listen,
like it.
listen. I
Call the break.
call the break.
Ah,
I
It's a little
I am
early
a
for
really
that.
big fan on this one,
Sorry.
particularly of the belted like shoulder piece that's
Yes.
going on here. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, it's awesome.
because you know that's like connected under the arm, under the cloak thing that's going on, and I'm into it. I'm
like Rachel. One of the things I loved about
Yeah.
Rachel's art is whenever she did armor, the metallic look was amazing, and there was always like, you could see how the pieces connected together.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Do you want
Oh, no.
to one more time give us the name of our resident artist who has
Yes.
provided us with this?
At some
Okay.
point, I'm gonna have to show y'all the variant that they did of Yeshivon
Mm.
in their dark form.
You should release it on Twitter. That's all I'm saying.
I'm going to.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do a side by side
definitely.
for people because I loved it because they were drawn originally that way, and I was like, no, they have white hair, and then loved it so much. I was like, I'm gonna keep this somehow, and so I did.
Is there a link to the art elsewhere? I don't have like a public link to the art elsewhere, but I think what we could do is have each of the cast members like tweet out the high quality art, with of course the proper attributations.
Yep.
And-
We could, honestly, we might be
and
able to
get it
like
there.
get the Roll20 team to make a character thread.
we were thinking of making one of those like splash page things as well.
Yeah,
Like to have like a group image.
This
which
this
I
was
think
my splash page in a pinch, Dave. This
No, no, yeah, we started talking about it like yesterday.
I was like, what do you want me to do? I have no idea
Yeah,
what
so-
you're talking about.
I've just pulled it together. It's just like easy. I'll just do that. No
All right,
worries.
cool.
Sorry, sorry.
So, by the way, this splash page here behind these tokens is, I think it's called the evil of the mind or something like that on the store.
Just put it
It's
on the
great.
wish list.
It's great.
It's
I will.
super
Yeah.
cute.
I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, it's super good. And the tokens are like movable and stuff. It's great.
Also, can we, just as a plot point, do our best to glue a single white hair onto Rattle at some point so our entire squad is like white hair crew?
Why?
Yeah, I'm in. Well, like
Just take it
literally
down.
a mop, like
Yeah, we could get him a wig.
on my head.
Yeah.
We're
I'm
dead.
in.
I love Rattle so much.
Alrighty then. We that's all the fresh, new, amazing stuff that I get to reveal today. The music, the art, I'm feeling energized. I'm fucking ready. And swearing for no reason.
Yeah. Don't do it in chat though. I got auto
It's-
3 times.
Yeah. That happens to me too. Don't worry.
Oh.
So the map that you can see here in front of you, my dear friends, is the map of the town that you have just entered. The town of Tourmaline. Tourmaline, having come from Targos, is like a 6-hour journey, I think, something like that. But Tourmaline is a very small place. It is like 600 residents small, you know. So it is not even the size of Targos, and Targos is small.
Do they have a house each? That's a lot of houses.
I mean, it's a lot of buildings, right? Yeah, but yeah, the population here says there are 600 people that live here. And also
Is there a blurry forest?
there is a handout that I can show you. I will show it to you. This is the heraldry of Tourmaline. I've been trying to get better at this because I haven't been doing handouts very much. This is the heraldry of Tourmaline.
What a nightmare.
I don't know if you wanted to see that or not, but it is indeed an open-mouthed head of a fish at the bottom of a sky blue field. Its jaws parted as it swallows a large rose pink oval. The oval is a tourmaline symbolic of the town's gem mining. There you go.
Do you know on Twitter there's a guy who does incredibly low budget anime cosplays? I feel like this is an image of them doing Jaws, and someone was just like, yes, put it on the shield.
I do feel the need to
so
speak
good.
up in the defense of tourmaline, though. Watermelon tourmaline has to be one of my favorite gemstones, and I eventually am going to get dice made out of it. I just wanted to point that out.
Oh, definitely. It is a very pretty gem. And actually, this town is well known for its gem mine. There is a mine nearby where they mine tourmaline and other such things. I remember at the end of last episode, if I am correct, it's been 2 weeks, so bear with me a minute. I remember at the end of last episode, I had you hear a little like kid town crying about how the gem mine was overrun with kobolds and everybody had to run away.
Yes, I have notes about this.
Yeah,
Gonna kill them all.
that is what I remember.
Yeah. Let's do a murder.
Let's see.
It's not even a murder. It's just an extermination.
Aw,
Wait, isn't that what we call a flock of kobolds?
what an extermination of kobolds.
An extermination of kobolds.
I like
Infestation.
to think they're more of a like what do you call it? A
Disease.
trouble of kobolds or
A
something?
trouble.
Yeah.
A hijinks of
A
kobolds.
hijinks of kobolds, yeah.
That's really good, yeah.
So yeah, this while you're walking into town, because you've just come from Targos and you're just walking in. There's a kid who's wrapped in all this heavy winter stuff. He looks like he's probably about 10. And he's got like a big coat on that's like way too big for him, like probably his like dad's coat or something. And he's yelling about the gemstone mine's closed because of monsters. Speaker Master's offering 50 gold to anyone who clears it out. 50 gold, like trying to get people's attention, sort of crying it out, directing people to the speaker.
50 gold for getting back a gem mine.
Well,
Having a laugh.
it is a 600 resident town. They don't have that much money.
Hey,
There's gems
Also-
in the walls.
also keep in mind, 50 gold is a lot.
It's a shit
and we're
ton.
level 3.
I don't know.
I want more
kinda
money,
the
please.
I feel as though we've somehow
How
managed to
much-
teach them greed.
It's
Or is that something that they learned before they died and are now remembering was an issue for them? I'm a little bit concerned
Got all
that
these
we have
sneaking
set
skills.
up an unrealistic expectation for how we should be compensated for our work with Rattle.
If they don't give it to us, we can just take it. Not even murdering.
Do you want to die?
Could you
again?
steal it? Wait, what?
Do
Could
you
you
want
even?
to die again?
No.
Then
I
be
don't know if that
cautious.
works.
Let's not find out, shall we?
I know I'm interrupting roleplay, but I cannot shake this meme from my head until I say it. It's only a gem mine, Michael. How much could it cost? 50 gold?
Yeah. Right? Here's 20 tourmaline. Go see a Star Wars.
Go see a Star Wars. All right, sorry. I had to. I was in my
understand.
I
brain.
respect it.
So I am.
Also, does Boogie count when we talk about how many people are in our group? Because that's an extra 50 gold.
I mean,
That's a goblin
I mean,
that we should probably not introduce.
you can
to-
definitely negotiate for Boogie to count. But yeah, if you want to.
Boogie is conveniently absent
I mean,
anytime.
his name is Usak, but you
XP
can keep
gets,
calling him. You can
Us-
keep calling him Boogie.
Can you
it's
can you
fine.
spell it for me? Like actually,
USAK.
Usak. Thank you.
Yeah, because it's like you suck, which
Yeah,
is very funny.
It is. It's like you suck.
You're
Yeah.
the worst.
Uh,
Which is hilarious because I think Boogie might actually be an upgrade in name. We don't know what Usak means in
It's true.
Goblin.
In Goblin, yeah. It might be like idiot
Okay.
or something. I don't know.
Smells like a fart.
That is a long word for that one. You know what I mean?
That is genuinely a nickname that a kid in my like first grade class had.
Oh no.
Like we didn't shorten it. That's just what he was called.
Oh no.
He got gassy one day,
I'm
and
so
that
sorry.
just was his name.
I'm so sorry.
Why are kids so awful to each
I'm sorry
other?
for that kid.
I'm sure he's fine now.
So anyway, yeah, this kid is like yelling about the gem mine and stuff. That's where you're at.
Right.
There are places to go in town if you want to. You can see them on the map. There's the Blue Clam. There's, you know, the east side, the
Hey.
town hall.
Urchin boy, where is this town master thing, guy?
Oh, you want to find the speaker?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why once? He's at the Blue Clam, just down that way.
Thanks.
You're-
I hope
you're-
they pay you.
You're
I'm
looking.
not paying you.
You're looking for Speaker Matthew, and he like when you say I'm not paying you, he's like, it looks a little bit like, aw, you know.
I mean,
Come on.
he's probably paid by
You're gonna pay
the city.
You're
I
paying
I
me
give-
got
yeah.
wage.
I give the child a silver.
Ah, sweet. He pockets it and he's like, yes, very.
I'm gonna
very
lean
excited.
over to Rattle.
Very excited.
Rattle, I'm going to. May I teach you something? If you're cruel to people, they remember you. You will now be remembered as the child, as the person who skimped off. And if they see someone and you're nearby, they'll point you out, and then that brings more attention to you. And if people come to chase you because you've caused issues, I cannot promise you I will run fast enough to keep up. So I will not run with you. You will be alone and maybe die. Please don't do that.
I like that you said please at the end. It makes me feel valued.
You have value. I would just like you to appreciate it yourself as well as the people you associate with. Now the child sees me and thinks, friendly, nice dragon person, instead of, that person was mean to me. Let me look under their face. Oh, they're a skeleton.
Okay, point taken.
Thank you.
I like it. So, or I assume you're headed to the Blue Clam then. After that.
Think so?
Yep.
So
do it.
it is a you know regular sort of tavern looking dockside tavern looking place for this town. You've seen a couple of these by now. Inside when you push your way inside, there's like some fishermen and they're sitting on these like long benches at long tables, eating what looks like some kind of chowder. Enjoying their day. There's a big half-orc fellow taking care of business. He seems to be the one like in charge around here, and he's like near the bar, and he's coming out of the kitchen occasionally to like serve stuff up, and he's just yelling things to the various like one or two employees that he has to get things moving. He looks like he's currently trying to get a large carcass in through the back door. And it looks like a big moose or something that's been like tied to a sled, and he's trying to like get his people to offload it and like dump it into the like kitchen somewhere, like drag it in. But they're not really strong enough to move a whole moose on their own. So that's happening currently. And there is, of course, the town speaker, another half-orc, who seems to be hanging out at a table, like waiting for people. You know, he's clearly like trying to conduct some business, reading over some papers, and like trying to figure out what he's gonna do. He looks thoughtful, you know. He's reviewing some kind of ledgers, and he has like a big bushy beard. This guy, like a big bushy beard on this half orc, with like long hair. He looks very like shaggy, you know. But everything else about him, like his clothes and his appearance, like otherwise, is very how do I put it? Like very cleaned up. Like he hasn't worried about the beard or the hair, but he's totally into the nice coat and the.
He's got
You know.
10 signet rings. with
like
tourmalines in.
yeah. Tourmaline jewelry.
Puts his hand up.
Tourmaline
He's just
jewelry is pretty popular around here. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, that's where you're at.
Bursa's just gonna go back and help with the moose.
Okay, you're gonna like help the
like,
barman.
break the bones in.
Yeah, I think it's one of those like weird instincts where she's following the smell of like a good kill, and then like got there and was like, "What am I do? Oh, I'm helpful." And it's just like, this is the only reason I came back here to be helpful for no good reason.
The big half orc who seemed to be like in charge sort of looks you up and down and goes like, "Yeah, you know what? You're big enough. You can take this thing, right?"
Yes, I'm here to help.
Well, all right then. It needs to be on the butcher's block back there in the kitchen.
Oh, okay. Sure. And yeah, can I like just try to like...
Yeah, sure. Give me like a athletics or something.
All right. Please roll well. Okay. 18.
Hell yeah. All right. So this like barman is struggling to drag the moose by like the antlers or something stupid. Like he's not really doing very well. And you just roll in and like scoop the like body of it up, and it's heavy. It's real heavy. But you have
to grab it under the rib cage. That's the secret.
And the barman's like, oh yeah, okay,
yeah.
That makes sense. My arms are probably not wide enough, but
for sure. And then just like scatters like gross moose blood all over her, but like doesn't mind.
Yeah.
Kind of licks it a little bit when it's on her face and like takes it back to the.
Just puts it back on the butcher's block in the kitchen.
Yep.
The owner like coin flips you a gold or something. It's like a reward.
Are you gonna do anything with those antlers?
I mean, probably use them for some kind of decoration around here.
Okay. She'll just walk away.
People always want trophies, even if they didn't get them.
Yeah, that's true.
Can I roll a perception to see if I could hear any of that conversation?
Yeah, sure. Of course. Sweet. I wouldn't even say that you really need to roll. Like, the half-orc owner is, like, speaking pretty loudly, and I don't think Bursa's trying to hide the conversation.
Oh, not at all.
Well, then as Bursa walks over, Yeshavan's going to kind of slide up to the bar to this half-orc. How much you want for them?
For the antlers?
Yeah.
I don't know. Take me a while to like butcher the thing and clean them off properly. They aren't really ready for sale yet. But
after getting them cleaned up and everything,
I'll give them to you for like 5 gold.
All right. Consider themselves claimed.
Great. Come pick them up in like a day.
All right, will do.
Did I watch this happen or did I walk away?
I don't know. Did you? That sounds like a question.
Secret
for you.
gift. Come on.
I'll leave that to Yeshavan. Did you do it like once Bursa kind of just?
Yeah, I was trying to make sure that Bursa had walked away.
Cool. She did so.
So the other half orc, the one with the like ledgers and stuff, looks up when Vidrux and Rattle are sort of settling in while you guys are doing this other thing, and goes, "Hey, are you two looking to make some money?"
Yes.
Well,
Right.
you look like a stalwart sort, and I have a gem mine that I need taken back from some vermin. The miners, they ain't brave enough to go in there, and you know, I'm not gonna risk my own skin.
That's fair. My companions are.
Neither am I.
He doesn't get the joke because he can't see that you're a skeleton.
If only that
It
were a
was
joke
just
he
for
would
drugs.
understand.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of a smirk. My companions and I might be exactly what you need. We're very good at dealing with vermin, so to speak.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't kill anyone when they took over, when they came in, but you know, the miners can't deal with them, and then we don't want to put them in the danger of working with them too closely.
Would you say we're in better luck if we can figure out a non-hostile agreement so that we don't damage anything in the mine?
I mean, I don't really mind how you go about it, long as I can get the mine back working.
There.
What did you say was in there? You said it was gone. And vermin.
Oh,
It's like a rats.
no, kobolds. They came up through the shaft that leads down to the Underdark. There's a big shaft in the mine that leads all the way down somewhere, and I'm pretty sure they
Why
climbed
did you
up from
do
there.
that?
We didn't make it, and we've tried to fill it like 100 times, but that
Too
thing is
greedily
the
and
thing
too
is-
deeply. It's a everyone knows.
that thing is really deep.
Lovely.
Yeah, delving too deep can get you into trouble sometimes. But I recognize. Oh, hi, by the way. I'm also part of their group. Sorry to interrupt any of the negotiations, but Drux, go ahead. I apologize. I'm
That's-
stealing your thunder.
What is the payment for this job?
50 gold for clearing it out.
Would we able to convince you for 60 if we can manage it within 2 days?
I mean, sooner the better.
Bursa walks up covered in blood to just lend a little weight to that.
I mean, sooner the better, but roll a persuasion for me or something.
Got it.
Can you roll with
Since-
advantage because
yeah.
we're spooky?
And we gave him some assistance.
Yeah, of course. Advantage.
Perfect. 'Cause
And I made a funny joke. I helped.
20
We all
total.
helped.
He looks at you and like assesses the group as a whole for a moment and goes like, yeah, I can pay you 60. Sure.
Fabulous.
Do you mind if the extra 10 is in like gems? Because I don't, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not at all.
All right, great.
I want to look at the group. Like, is that good?
Yes.
Great.
Okay.
Gabe is happier with that
Uh,
because then it's a whole lot easier to divide 60 by 4 than 50.
Well, there's 5 of us. Bursa says out loud, and then looks around for Boogie.
He's nowhere to be seen.
There is a 5th. I don't know
Sometimes.
where he is.
Anyway, the half orc continues. Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. Sorry. I'm Speaker Matthew. I kind of do the political stuff here in town with the other towns.
The boy you have outside crying for you is doing an excellent job.
Yeah, he's loud. That's all I need, really. One thing you should know, I don't know if it's relevant, but one of our miners did disappear like a couple days before the kobolds showed up.
Interesting.
It's an inside job.
I mean, I don't think any of my miners would be in like cahoots with a bunch of kobolds. So
Do
Maybe.
you know anything
though.
about them? Like their name? Were they a dwarf by chance?
were they a dwarf?
Not all miners are dwarves.
It's not about being a miner that is my concern, Rattle.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I'm not really
Out of
sure.
character.
I'm not really sure, to be
It's-
honest.
It's Gabe thinking about Underdark dwarves.
Yeah, you're
That's
thinking
why.
about Duragar, right?
Yes.
Do you know for certain that it was the kobolds who were behind this disappearance?
Not at all, but it might be related. So you keep your eyes open, I guess.
Who
what their
was
name?
it? Yes.
I
think that they both say that at the same time and just sort of look at each other. It's
I'm
like,
not.
yeah, Siobhan just thinks to herself, I spend way too much time in your head.
I'm not entirely clear on the name, but one of our human miners, definitely a human. So
I don't imagine that the lack of name also translates to a lack of description.
other than human, it doesn't appear so.
Cool.
That's fine. We can work with that.
You have to tell by the bones.
He's got red hair. There, I know that.
Ah, kissed by fire. Hmm.
You don't want to be kissed by fire up here. Make Oral real mad.
Does that
Ursa nods appreciatively.
do people with red hair experience particular problems up here?
I don't think so. It was more a passing comment about your particular, invocation there. I'd be careful about invoking those sorts of things.
Oh,
Yeah,
don't
you
worry.
get like straight up murdered. There was a murderer, but we took care of them. It's not a murderer anymore.
No murders here, except for
There could have been.
Well, it's not a murder yet. He's just missing.
Well,
But the murderer we killed was far beyond we even came to this region, so we came looking for new fame. I think we're all set, are we not, companions?
Sounds good. I'll give you the directions to the gem mine. Just northeast of town, and keep an eye out for the entrance. And good luck, I guess. Haven't had any adventurers through here in a while, so I'm hoping for good results.
Do you have any of those hats with torches on? Like the small torches, what are they called? Candles.
No, I don't have any of those. Not lying around anyway.
Will there be any in there?
Maybe it's mine.
I don't know if all of them can see in the dark.
Do you have
mean,
any
I can't
spare
see in the
torches
dark.
in general?
Torches? Yeah, of course.
Why would I be able to see in the dark? That seems weird. For a human.
Torches.
Hey, Rachel's
Yeah.
in chat.
hey Rachel, thank you for the beautiful art.
You showcased your
Thank
awesome
you.
art earlier.
Yeah,
The
Rachel! Brah!
I'm just checking if there's like a general store or something. Just let me.
Yes, we should definitely check up on some general supplies. I don't suppose a town of this size would have
So,
a potions maker.
So no, we don't have anything like that. This is a small place, and the gem mines are really our only, like big industry. But if you head over to the east side, the inn here, they have some like sundry general supply stuff for like when people come passing through. I bet you could get torches there.
Sounds wonderful. Also, what would you recommend on the menu from this place?
The spiced chowder, real good.
When's the
Ooh.
moose gonna be ready?
the guy at the bar side, you hear from like in the kitchen, you can just like hear this noise of like whack, like meat cleavering noise. And then he goes, "Give me like 6 hours."
We can enjoy some moose when we return.
Dead kobolds. They taste good. Do you want to bring some back?
The speaker
Dragon?
the speaker looks at you like you're absolutely nuts to want to eat a kobold.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is the continuing conversation about sentience versus non-sentience, I think, as we continue.
I have to employ one of them.
Eating a lot of sentient creatures.
I know you have,
Versa.
Versa. You have a very different point of view, which I find fascinating and incredibly cool.
But
Thank
Drux
you.
is gonna walk outside and then just kind of like wait in this kind of pose, waiting specifically for Bursa and Rattle. It's like the parents like, I want to have a conversation. I'm gonna
Verdrux
wait till they come to me.
is in the full concerned pose, the like
Yes.
Yeah, but Drux is party dad.
Oh.
He's doing the thing that I've seen so many black fathers do. It's just like,
So I'm gonna wait outside so I can have a conversation with those two.
Yeah, fair enough.
all right.
Yeah, Bursa will wander out a couple seconds later looking for Boogie. Where would they have gone?
Rattle and Bursa, may I speak to you two? Nothing bad, just concerns.
Sure.
Rattle, keep in mind that Sefik was a part of a group that we do not want to instill any hostility with, and also just telling people that we killed a murderer unless I don't know if we want to spread that news.
I thought you wanted fame.
I'm already popular enough.
Rattle, you hear a voice in the back of your mind right about now that says, you could just kill him.
Oh my God.
You could just stab him right now. You don't have to listen to this. You could just reach over, with a knife and jam it right between his ribs. There's a nice vulnerable point right there. I can see the armor. There's plenty of space.
If I had facial features, they might give away that something was weird.
Also, and I'm just gonna
I'm
act like I didn't know what happened. Also, Bursa and Rattle, there's plenty of things that I would not care about hearing you saying. Yeshavan probably wouldn't really react to hearing you saying, but if you say it when we're all together, the things that you say are associated with all of us, including eating kobolds. Also, Rattle, you don't even fucking eat, so
That's why I think it's so fun to just, speculate.
yes.
For what it's worth, I don't eat kobolds, and I don't like the implication that I would.
Yeah, actually, Bursa,
They taste terrible.
Yeah, you probably have some experience with this, like, actually.
Yeah.
Kobolds live in large groups in caves. They are tiny, they are bony, and they are useless for eating.
Yeah, they are. They
I am-
taste like swamp water.
They've
I don't even know what a
they've got-
swamp is.
They've got scales, bones, and very
Yeah.
little meat.
They're,
I
a
would
terrible
imagine-
chew.
I would
So-
imagine that as far as lizards go, kobold fall on like the bottom of the list of lizards that would be fun or delicious to eat.
Are you part of this? Yes, Siobhan?
I am, yeah.
Okay.
I kind of like make
So-
that comment and it's like, but there is a weird distinction of creatures that can talk and think for themselves are not exactly looked upon as a food source for other creatures who can talk and think for themselves.
It's the difference of speculation versus conversation. I have had many horrible thoughts about many people we've met in this town when they look at me the wrong way, but I don't say it out loud because I give the appearance of kindness and compassion, and then they don't bother me.
So are you saying you don't want us to say interesting things because you're embarrassed about it?
Do it when it's just us, so it's not associated with me.
You do the talking.
I
Yes.
deeply, Bursa visibly looks like she hated every part of that.
It
so
It's fine.
it is at this point that your little goblin pal, dressed entirely in like winter gear, entirely swaddled in gigantic winter gear, comes wandering over with a bundle in his hand.
Oh, Boogie, what'd you find?
He like offers it up to you.
Oh, sweet.
You take it,
Open it.
and
Yeah.
you unwrap it, and it looks like like hard tack biscuits.
Yeah.
It looks like there's like 7 or 8 biscuits in like this wrapped bundle.
What a hero.
Nice. Where did you get these from? Attempts to sign like this where?
And he signs back. He signs back like just inside.
Okay. I'm gonna give him the like blood spattered moose coin that I got.
Okay.
And then just like tie it up and hold it under my arm.
Takes the coin, bites it, and then puts it away.
Yeah.
Love him.
Question.
Is this in character out?
Him.
Okay.
I was trying to work out whether it'd be insensitive to ask. Do you speak Draconic for drugs?
Yes.
I just figured it might be helpful with the little guys.
Oh.
Yeah, I speak it too, so we're well and truly covered.
Maybe
In
I'll
that
be their new
regard.
king.
You know, you wouldn't be a bad king, Vidrux.
Okay, but isn't being a king like owning people? You and
No,
she just
it
gets
is about-
really angry, takes Boogie's hand and stomps off. You guys suck so much.
never
She's
talk, never
cussing
talk to
in
me
Yeti.
or my son again.
I think we have a lot of further and in-depth conversations to be had with Bursa.
That's because Bursa hasn't been a person for very long.
I love
That's
it.
the one.
I mean, yes, but as far as she's concerned, that shouldn't even be a problem.
I mean, it's
Whether or
amazing that
not-
she can talk.
Rattle. This is boring. This is really boring. Could you please just fucking kill something? I'm really, really bored.
Rattle, let's get you a mask. Would you like a mask? Like a jester's mask or a harlequin's mask?
All right.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'll give it the hood and the helmet.
Hey, are we going or what? And
Yeah,
at this
exactly.
point, like Yeshivon has been following along behind Bursa, kind of just observing her thoughtfully.
We
And
have directions to the mine, right? Like, we
Yeah,
know
it's
where we're going?
northeast of town. You know where you're going.
Okay, cool.
But you wanted torches, right? So you gotta go to, if you want to get torches, you gotta go to the east side first, which is an inn.
Yeah, did we establish who can see in the dark?
I cannot.
Who else in friends?
I may have to adjust tokens because I just defaulted everybody to dark vision.
I mean, I'm mad about it.
Oh, am I the only
I
one?
mean,
dark
I will
vision?
take it too.
We could
I think
assume that with
I
the-
think
with
I'm
the
technically don't have it.
No, I think it's just Dave for.
We can assume it with
this
it when
round.
we get the torches. Then if
That's
that makes-
well, what I'm gonna do is like I'll change it to nothing if you don't get torches, but if you do, then I don't have to change it. You know?
I mean, the rogue having dark vision
It's pretty
is
good.
probably the person you need to have it the most. So
Yeah, for sure.
Let's go get torches. Let's get lit.
All right, so you head to the east side. The east side is a cozy, tavern room that looks like it's a bunch of separate houses, but they're all connected by like an underground cellar, where everything is kind of done in this like basement. When you head inside, you head downstairs like pretty much immediately, and you come across like this sort of separated sleeping area. You know, there's like curtains up for privacy and like little like cot like bunks where a couple of people are like sleeping off their day. And there's a woman walking around who looks like she's probably like a teenager, like a teenage girl. Very thin, very like willowy. Sort of seeing to the chores. She's like mopping at the moment, like cleaning up the floor. And she's singing a little song to herself when you come down. She's got like a little quiet working tune that she's just like humming under her breath because she doesn't want to wake anybody up, right? And it goes, ahead of winter's wind she came, the lovely woman with no name, draped in fur-lined cloak of red, to the icy lake she fled. The wind pursued her all the same, as sure as night she's dead.
Oh, we love it. We love it. A lovely dark little tune.
She's kind of just like singing. There you go. I put it in chat if you need it.
Thank you.
So she's just like singing about that.
Excuse me.
Oh, yeah. Hi.
Sorry to interrupt you while you're doing your chores, but we were wondering if we could purchase a few torches.
Sure. I can probably find out about that. Let me go and ask my dad about the supplies. He's out back upstairs, and she like walks off, you know, going to like a more private area, and she comes back with like a couple of torches. There's like 3 or 4 torches, you know, and she goes, "That'll be 2 gold total."
Of course.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
That's many gold for.
Feels like a lot.
Yeah.
You said 200.
I said 2.
Two gold.
Oh,
2
that's
gold for torches.
I mean, if you need them, you need them. You're not gonna get them anywhere else.
I give her 2 gold of my own.
And she hands over the torches.
Murder, I could just kill her right now. Come on, just take those torches.
Y'all are really just trying to get us.
You could do it.
God, nope.
I don't say it out loud. I feel sorry. It's going to be very confusing when I'm talking to myself. And me is talking to me as well.
Yeah, just assume like this voice isn't always present in the back of your mind. I'm gonna call on it occasionally, but there is definitely something happening to you that is unfamiliar.
I'll get the benefits of
Thank
it
you.
once I understand it, I guess.
Yeah.
Thank you so very much for the torches, and I hope that you have a lovely rest of your day.
Yeah, you're welcome. And when she hands them over, like you can see she's got like a chain around her neck with like a ring on it, that she's like, you know, wearing in a conspicuous manner. I don't know. It's like the rest of her is very plain, and then she has this like worthwhile looking ring.
Does that look familiar to me in any way?
I don't think so. No.
Is it valuable?
Roll me something. Take your pick.
I feel like that would be an insight check.
It
Uh,
could be an insight
it could
check.
be insight, but it could also be like investigation.
Animal handling.
I'm bad at both of those. Can I suddenly? No, I'm not allowed to do that. I'm not allowed to do that. I have to pick at the start of a rest. Look valuable.
It looks like a ring.
That's a 5 for those listening.
Yeah, I know. It looks like a ring.
That is a lovely piece of jewelry. What is that?
Oh, yeah, thank you. I inherited it, when my mom passed.
Oh, is it her wedding ring?
I don't think so. Just something she had that she, wanted me to have, and
Look, kid, you're going to want to put that inside your clothing. People are going to have bad thoughts.
she kind of
Hmm.
does, I guess. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, all right.
Just
Again.
a piece of friendly advice.
Thank you so much for taking a moment to give us some torches. And again, I wish you a good day. And Yeshivan nods and kind of gently starts to shoo everyone out.
Shoo,
Gently.
shoo, go. Yeah, all right. So you go, and she goes back to her mopping and humming.
What was all of that about?
I noticed Rattle eyeing the ring and thought I'd ask about it. That's all.
But also the torches. I don't know a lot about prices, but I know that that was too much and you did not.
For a lot of
Argue.
people, the money they make isn't consistent. It's very possible nobody has walked into that general store for days. And so that 2 gold might be all they make this week. And of course, there's no way for us to know that for sure, and we could pry and ask questions if we wanted to, but I'm usually inclined in smaller places like this to believe that they don't get a lot of traffic, and so therefore the price they ask for is actually what they need to get them by for however long it might be until the next person comes in.
Can I do an insight check to see if Yeshivan is like harboring any sort of other feeling for like this girl? Because I have seen them like we were all together over at the cart, and this is a very different interaction with another merchant, and I just want to know if there's something else behind it.
I'm sorry, could you, what are you trying to...
Can I do an insight check on Yeshivan to see if there's anything else about their like interaction with that young girl?
If you want to.
Sure.
Oh no, it's fine. I believe you, and this is fine.
Super weird.
I
I
can give you
believe you.
I can give you at least this much. You're starting to get the impression that Yeshivan doesn't have any hard fast rules about this kind of stuff. They're obviously taking it case by case.
Yeah.
Versa. Consider. Do you know the idea of supply and demand? Does that make sense to you?
Yes, naming like a generalized idea without any sort of explanation or context is very easy for me to follow. No. What does that mean?
You're getting so.
In a place where, for most, maintaining heat as well as light is much harder as a humanoid, that would make these things much more expensive.
Yeah, Bursa, you don't exactly have a concept of having to worry about the cold, because as an
Yeah.
owlbear, you were, of course, like, ready for the cold. And as a Goliath, you're basically immune to it as well.
Yeah. So
The
if
torches
it's
are
hard
both
for you,
light and warmth.
if it's hard for you to stay visible and be warm, why don't people just not live here?
Because the people usually die leaving otherwise, unless they can afford to.
Then they shouldn't be here.
Yes, it's not always a choice, Bursa.
Well, I think that us giving too much money for basics is weakness.
That's
makes
why I
us
did
look
it
weak.
myself.
But what you do reflects on all of us. You just
Like-
said that to me. I think it should hold in both directions. And you don't have to agree with me, but you should respect what I say.
You also don't have a concept of money, though.
That doesn't mean my point doesn't hold.
If
I'll leave you to barter then next time, Bursa.
She just sort of snorts. She doesn't not like want to do it, but she just wanted to make her point. That's all.
Boogie
You'll wanna go and kill some kobold.
Boogie waggles a gold coin in his hand that he got earlier, like, haha, I have money and you don't. And puts it away.
I gave it to you. I gave you that coin.
And he signs up like mine.
She just growls and,
And
I'm
then
gonna attempt to eat a biscuit.
No, and then he signs up. What? As soon as you eat the biscuit, he signs up trade.
Biscuit for the coin?
No, like trade.
Yeah.
Like he traded you the stuff. Yeah, yeah.
She's fine with it. She's just gonna sad eat a biscuit.
it's a, it is something to stay aware of, that in the event that you do not feel we are being fairly managed as far as money goes, that we should attempt to haggle for a price that makes you feel more comfortable, Versa.
It's not the point.
I think Madrux is actually going to split up all of the money that everyone else had at that point. Because originally we were pulling it. I think that at that point he decides to split it up evenly.
I don't need to hold my money. You can hold it.
No,
The-
I would.
the
I would
point
not
wasn't
be
the
comfortable
money.
managing your money if I do something that you would not prefer.
I think she spends like a good minute like trying to figure out how to say, but I don't think she has the language to explain that this isn't about money. And so she just sort of gives up after a while.
Boogie, when you're all grumpy and stuff, Boogie looks over to Vidrux and is like,
Yeshivan just can't help thinking to themselves, we're a very strange group of
very
people
strange group of people.
with a very, very interesting mixture of values and thoughts. They're very introspective. It's just like, will we ever manage to get our shit together? It's
Well,
like,
then I'll just give everyone a torch that needs one, and then I guess we'll just make our way over.
Yeah, all right. So you head over northeast towards the gem mine. Okay, so you've gotten that, you've done that. So yeah, you head northeast of town, and it's like a 30-minute trail up towards the mine, and it's like fairly obvious. It's a very trafficked trail, enough that even in the snow, it's been like sort of entrenched, if you know what I mean. So you head up to the entrance, and there's like an open tunnel in a hillside, and there are like empty carts around it, and like kind of tipped over mining equipment and a couple of pickaxes, these kinds of things, just like idly outside the mine. But the most interesting thing out here is a big wooden sign planted into the ground, painted on, that says "Kobolds only" in common.
Kobold's best in
It
caves.
says "Kobolds only." If somebody would like to do an investigation check, I can give you slightly more information.
Yes, please.
What
a good sign. Oh my God. No.
Yeah, I'm distracted by the side too.
Yeah, just all roll one, whatever. I don't care.
what is this? What are these rolls today?
This sign has baffled us. We're like, well, we're not kobolds. I guess we should go home.
14.
Okay.
Thank God.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for being the competent one.
As a person who has probably dealt with kobolds in your life, and speaks Draconic, it is super weird how well the like calligraphy on the sign is done in common, because the draconic letters are like way different, right? And kobolds are not known for their like fluent common. So it like the sign is written really well and in common.
I think the human may be leading the kobolds or helping them.
Or might have been used against their will to create this sign for them. One or the other.
Why do you think that?
I cannot imagine that being the case.
Only one way to find out.
Am I missing something?
Yeah, like you
we're
just
looking at
walked
this
up.
sign.
You just walked up to a sign and said, "I think the human's in charge." Like to everybody else, they don't know why the sign.
Yeah, they're like understanding something. I'm just like,
I'll
Well-
point out the difference in calligraphy and like general like
oh, because they got
like
little-
height and such as well.
Yeah, the sign.
Because
The
it's
sign,
hands.
the sign looks kobold sized, but
Yeah.
it is like very well written, for sure.
The lettering is a bit too pretty, and in my experience, most kobolds don't speak or write a lot of common.
How many fingers do kobolds have?
I think it's 3 because they have like 2 and then like 1.
It'd be really hard to write.
It might be. It might be
You
like.
could, no, you could
3 and
absolutely
a thumb.
learn. Sorry, I'm being kind of ableist there. I apologize.
Yeah, I think it's 3 and a thumb that they have. Like they got little claws, little
Yep.
grabby claws.
Cool.
Question, friends, party.
Yes, Rattle?
Talking about talking to them. If they got a leader who we're not considering to kill, I'm not clear on like how we're approaching this. You should talk about that before it happens. 'Cause I don't want to like shoot it again. And just, like,
Right.
appear or shoot
I
them.
think that the assessment begins and ends with seeing how they react to people in their space. If their first instinct is to attempt to attack us and kill us, then I imagine that, what is the word I'm looking for? Retaliating might be well within our right, but I don't see why we can't approach stealthily and then figure out whether or not they're a real threat or simply an annoyance.
Sure. I mean, if somebody else is gonna go in front, and then I can stay behind, and they won't see me, and when they do a thing, then I can just.
I
Rather
prefer
than
to
me going
speak to
first.
them because if they're going to be swinging at someone, most likely it's going to be me, anyways.
This is also fair.
I love that we've gotten to this point where we can trust you to do that thing and me to do my thing. I think it's great. I think it's progress.
Yes.
So
Please,
we're
after
going
you.
we're going to start first with negotiations, and then if negotiations go south, it becomes retaliation.
Maybe they can join the goblins. Who knows?
What if we negotiate
Boogie does not like
shares.
this idea.
in the mine with the kobolds and cut out the people in the town?
You want to take over the mine?
I'm not saying it's an option.
Okay, noted.
Were
They
you
got under
a
advisement. It's just
were
like-
you a corporate figure in your lifetime? I'm just curious. You say things that make me wonder sometimes if you don't have latent memories returning. I know you don't remember much about your past, but
I
your
remember
current.
being interested in gold. Sure. Taking
Well-
it, having it, I don't remember which. But I want to take it now.
making
possible?
it.
Gold
is worth nothing to
the dead. Kill something.
Horrifying. How possible do you think it would be to hire the kobolds to work in the mine, actually? To enlist them as new miners?
Well, the problem is obviously does
Sure.
the town even have the resources
Actually-
to pay them?
Yeah, Siobhan, you might have some knowledge about this because you're
Let
from
me-
you're from Baldur's Gate, right?
Sure, yes, I am.
It is a well-known Baldur's Gatean fact that they hired kobolds to mine the sewers out. Like that sewer system is
Oh, dope.
is like 3/4 kobold made. And some of them refused to leave when they finished it and they live down there, but like mostly it was
It's-
like, yeah.
It's a possibility. I mean, kobolds are naturally inclined to mining activities, and if the town has the ability to reimburse them for their work, then I don't see why that isn't an offer that we can't make them.
We-
Obviously, we'd be making it on the town's behalf, and who knows whether the town would actually honor that negotiation, but it's an offer. Yes, Bersa?
All right. I feel like I'm going to get yelled at again for not understanding a people thing. But wouldn't the town dislike that jobs that help them keep expensive torches on their tables was given to kobolds? And maybe the reason they're asking us to go kill all the kobolds is because they're afraid of the kobolds
Taking
for
their
taking
jobs?
their jobs.
They didn't actually tell us to kill them, though. They just said to clear the mine and spoke of them as vermin. But if we can move the vermin to a separate section, and then they can improve the speed of the process or do a part of the process that the miners don't consider safe, it could be a win for all of them.
They could be in the Underdark and get murdered first.
Okay, no, but they could do it in shifts. Maybe the miners work during the day and the kobolds worked at night.
Because they can see in the dark. It's all coming together. We're going to have this sweet mine. And
If it's amenable to all of you, if there is a concern of work and payment, I'd be willing to
forfeit my portion of our payment to ensure this process. No, to I hire the don't.
kobolds.
It's not about the money. I think I just want to say that the intention of people, especially when they hire us, blood-soaked and murderous, is the thing that we should be thinking about. Did that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Adventurers, yes, have a reputation for, in general, being the types that take care of a problem.
We're not adventurers.
you know,
Mercenaries, does that word make you feel better?
Sure.
more violent.
Well, Bursa, even if they have more negative intentions, if I act, I am acting in my own intentions, not theirs. It is my choice to do and pay what I want to. If they are doing harsh things, you have a right to be annoyed at them, but this is my choice to make, correct?
Mm.
That's why I used my money, specifically, no one else's, because the choice of what I do with my currency is mine alone, regardless of their intentions.
Mm.
I kick over the sign.
See?
We can go,
Rattle's
Russell.
choice.
Sorry, I'm just kind of.
I'm gonna light my torch.
I'm gonna light my torch too. My
Yeah.
torch. It's
Torch.
I'm
not
not
torch,
going
it's a
to.
torch.
I will rely on other people's churches.
You're the worst, but I respect that because you need free hands.
I mean, you can always hand off a torch if you want to do something with your sword and shield.
Give it to Boogie.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
the thing I want to do. I want to turn and ask, like, Boogie, where do you want to go in Stan language? Wait, yes, Siobhan, can you please ask Boogie what Boogie wants to do?
Of course I can. Boogie, what would you like to do? Would you like to remain out here as watch, or would you like to come in with us?
Boogie nods along to the like, yeah, no, I'll stay watch kind of thing. Like he's just gonna like post himself outside and keep a lookout.
I want
If-
Boogie to be liaison to the kobolds.
Yeah,
That's
if-
just a Gabe thing.
If anything happens, this mind link is open. You can call back to me, okay? All right.
He nods.
Stay warm out here.
Wait, what did he say?
He's going to stay out here.
Is he gonna stay out here? Or is he gonna go away and find more biscuits?
Ursa's concerned that you're going to leave.
Boogie
Well, not-
Boogie picks up one of the like discarded pickaxes with two hands, like and then like puts it on his shoulder, like he's settling into like be a guard.
I think we're all right.
Sweet. I'm gonna pull out 2 biscuits and give them to Boogie.
He tries to take them, but his hands are full of pickaxe, so he
Yeah,
just, like,
that's fair.
He just does this
In his
weird-
mouth.
Yeah, he just does the like
Shove it in.
ah.
I put one in his mouth, and then I look at Yeshivan. Tell him use the pickaxe on the biscuit because it is very bad.
He is currently trying to crunch it and failing.
Yeah.
I mean, goblins have strong teeth. It's fine. right.
He's chewing it
Do
like
it for you.
he's chewing it in a way that's like when a dog gets a bone.
Get the pig ear, yeah, just like.
All right. And we're off. Let us go.
And with that, before we enter the mine, I would like to take us to our first break, my dear friends.
Yay!
So we will be right back, my friends out there in watching the show land. Remember that you can enter to win a copy of Icewind Dale: Rime of the Frostmaiden for Roll20 by entering #Boogie into the chat. Yeah. The other thing that you should know that we mentioned at the beginning of this game is if we can make $300 towards Code 2040 during this stream, we will organize the 5 of us to play for the Queen on a stream at some point. And do another RPG show with the 5 of us for one night only. You know?
For 500, Boogie is our queen.
Oh no. Okay. And the more money that goes towards Code 2040, the more copies of Rime of the Frostmaiden will be available at the end of the show. So do stand by, and we're going to go to break and listen to Drummer Boy's awesome theme tune for our show once again. All right? So we will see you in just a few minutes. Be right back. Hello, and welcome back, my dear friends, to the second half of our 4th episode of Rime of the Frostmaiden. Our heroes were just about to enter, or heroes, I mean, is generous. We're just about to enter the cave, the gem mine with the kobolds in it. Boogie is hanging out outside with a pickaxe, hoping to ward off any intruders who may return. What's
Any chances while we're in this mine we're gonna run into a Yuan-Ti and a bugbear and another like various like an elf or anything like that? Any chance that there might be another adventuring party in here that?
It is not a lost mine, certainly.
Oh
my God.
This mine has been found already, so.
I'm mad I didn't pick that up.
You never know. They might be connected by some sort of weird interdimensional portal. I don't know.
I mean,
I feel like visually,
it's D&D, so.
There's like 2 energies. We've got like this dark kind of brooding energy, and they'd come through and they'd just be kind of like happy bird chirping as they like made their way through. It like kind of brightens everything.
All I'm saying is my character would slide right into this party. That's all I gotta say.
That's true.
But yeah, Gem Mine. Are you interested in delving into?
Yes, let's do this.
Okay.
I went off it.
I don't really feel like it anymore.
Moment passed.
Okay.
So yeah, I guess we're doing the stealthy.
Are you trying to be sneaky? Yeah.
Well, I mean, we have torches lit, so I don't think we're trying to be that sneaky.
Okay, hang on. Let me just
hang up
grab
behind
your
you.
tokens to put them into the right place. Here we go. Okay. So that is ready, and then I move you over here. Can you see top left?
Yep.
You can? Okay, good. Okay, good. So you descend into this mine, and the very first cavern that you sort of enter into looks to be some kind of like tool room. By the way, the ceilings are about 7 feet tall, and everything is kind of about that height in here. So some of you may be a little bit stooping if you're 8 feet tall. I believe our Goliath is large.
We're not mechanically squeezing.
No, you're not mechanically squeezing. It's just a 7 foot tall roof. So you descend down stairs to get it here for about like 60 feet. And as you end up in this room, there are racks of like picks and hammers and stuff that are nailed to the walls of the cavern, and the floor is covered with like rock dust and like tracks of certain kinds. You know, like people have been moving through here or things have been moving through here. But it's mostly looks like a storeroom, like the first place you'd go in and grab your gear, or the place you'd put it back when you leave, that kind of thing.
Yeshivon has placed himself behind Vidrux.
Remember, chat, that you are seeing the DM layer, and don't tell the party what's happening, please.
Dear chat, please tell me all the spooky things coming up. Thank you.
Don't listen to her, Bria. Shh, shh.
I popped out chat because I knew we were switching maps.
So yeah, you're in like a tool room. Yeshimon, you can see to your right down that like passageway there, that there is like sort of a bunch of like glittering sections of the wall, you know, like places where there might be like gem deposits or what have you.
May I like try to just listen to see if I hear anything echoing along the caverns?
Could you give me a survival check, please, Vidrux?
Yes, absolutely. 13.
Oh, nice. You just hit it just right on.
Oh,
So you don't hear anything, but what you do notice is like the dust on the floor and the tracks. There's like reptilian footprints mingled with human footprints, as well like boot prints, and a set of tracks that look like they belong to like giant rodents of some kind. The reptilian footprints sort of fan out, leading sort of into every one of the tunnels that you can see. But the rodent footprints clearly head off in this direction.
this direction?
Chat, stop talking about my gelatinous cube.
Yeah, I think it was that direction.
So I do see footprints that are lizard-like. I see boot prints, but then I also see gigantic rat footprints that lead down this direction.
Oh, rodents of unusual size.
Okay, this is Gabe saying this right now. I just want you to know, if there is a goddamn were rat in this freaking place, my character's dad got turned into a were rat.
No!
I'm not letting that happen to him.
No.
Amazing.
I say nothing about whether there is a
Oh,
werewolf
hell.
in this place.
You know
I
what?
love Elf.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm in character. I am saying, I hope it's not a were rat. My father had a temporary experience with that, and
You know what? Give me another like a perception or investigation or something to like closer examine the rodent footprints, because you've got like
Alright.
a personal
jeez.
experience with it.
investigation.
Yeah.
20
Oh!
total.
No. These are not hybrid footprints. These are like
thank God.
very large rodent
Oh
footprints.
my god. Okay. Yes.
Goodness,
think
I
it's
didn't-
a large rodent.
Good. I didn't think they existed.
They are not pleasant.
I'm gonna cast Mage Armor on myself right now.
All right.
Do we want to follow the rodents or just the assortment of lizard footprints?
I mean, we came here for the kobolds, so I feel like we should stay on task. That being said, rat meat isn't necessarily bad.
Why do we keep talking about things we're eating? I know I started it, but like,
I'm a
Do
little
you-
bit hungry now,
Do
actually.
you want a biscuit? Hold on. And I like undo the little satchel and offer like I hold up like two kind of like hard ones and then dig for like the one that looked the softest and I give that to Yeshivon.
Sure. And Yashivan will take it, just spend the next 300 years gnawing on it.
Yeah.
It is like so hard that biting it with your teeth is painful. Like you have to dissolve it with your saliva to like eat it.
Yeah.
Our check is meant to be
Boogie
soaked
is
in
not good at
water.
selecting food.
No.
I'm gonna inch towards the giant rat.
Okay, so you're headed in the rat direction. So moving through into this cave section over here, Yeshivon, you can definitely see that like there have been like workings on the walls and stuff, like pickaxe work, and there are deposits in the walls that look like shiny, beautiful potential like gem veins or stuff like that. It's not completely empty.
Yashvan is trying very hard to ignore the really pretty stuff in the wall. Pretty stuff in the wall is not for them.
It is also like 5 feet higher in here. Like they've dug it out above as well.
This mine looks like it might last the town quite some time.
It's interesting they mentioned vermin, but not the giant rats.
Maybe it's all the same to them.
do they like domesticate them? I know goblins do dogs.
Oh God, what if
Perhaps
they ride
they're.
them?
Yeah, I was about to say maybe they're mounts. Anyways, do you know which way you want to go, Vidrux?
Honestly, I say towards the giant rats so that they're not behind us.
Sure. Why not? Might
I'm not
as well
going
be.
to talk to the rats, right? I can just shoot them.
Yeah, sure. Knock yourself out.
Yeah,
Don't. Might as well be
being
thorough.
facetious.
Okay, so you keep heading through this way. Yeah. I'm assuming you're seeing. Yeah. Okay. So you can see there's a path that like leads down over here, and a passageway that leads down over here, and it's clear the rat footprints like go in that direction. There's nothing except the gem deposits sparkling temptingly in the walls in this particular section here. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Everybody make sure you are where you want to be. Dave, I see you're like a little further behind.
I'm trying to be slightly out of torch range.
Ah, okay. Right, gotcha.
Smart.
Sounds
Yeah.
fair. Okay, I'm gonna
Okay.
go there.
Okay. You can see that there's a corner that rounds here, and if you want to make a perception check, I can give you more info.
I'm scared.
I believe in you.
Nat 20.
Oh!
So you can hear the definitive gnawing, chewing, nose wiggling, skittering noises of giant rodents ahead of you.
Okay, but that's it. We don't hear any like kobolds or.
No, there's
anything.
no voices or anything, just big rats.
Okay.
Oh, and the sound of running water, like really loud.
Okay, I'm gonna like whisper that to the two behind me.
Uh-huh.
There's solely the sound of scuttering rats and then running water.
Perhaps they're just getting their 8 glasses for the day.
I suppose. Would you like? Do we want to take care of the rats before anything else?
Like I said, it doesn't hurt to be thorough, and besides, I feel as though if we fight some rats, we might beef up our chances of excelling further down the line.
Bersa, have you ever eaten rats? Do you know what they taste like?
Yes. Do you want to know?
Is it good?
Not really, but it'll do in a pinch. Honestly, better than the biscuit.
And better than kobolds for sure.
Oh, yeah, do not eat.
I imagine that if they're roasted in a fire or cut up into a stew, it's not that bad.
It's honestly, if you eat the muscles, which is a weird thing that people do, you should eat the viscera.
Mm-hmm.
The muscles are very stringy.
Yeah, you gotta go for the
That's-
guts, right?
Yeah.
That's an interesting pro tip. Thank
Right.
you, Bersa.
So I'm gonna go here.
Okay, and at that point, I would like for you to roll initiative.
Yay!
Because it is clear in the darkness of the cave ahead of you that the rats have noticed you.
Click my token. Click initiative. I'm just on it today.
Well
what the hell's happening?
done. Well
We love to
done.
see it.
Hey, look at these initiative rolls, everybody. Look at
goodness.
these.
I
These
had
are
We've
sexy.
prepared.
I, however, on the other hand, did not queue up giant rat sheet, so I wasn't as ready.
You know what? You're all right.
Uh,
We will give you a moment. We will riff for you while you
Do you know
while you do
what?
your thing.
I was narrating.
It's so much easier if you have Compendium Access on 120.
It sure
Because you
is.
just type it in instead
just
of
pops
looking
up.
through the book and being like, gee, is that after H or before? Because I don't know the alphabet still.
You know what? We're all struggling on that bus together.
Okay.
I say this as a 12-year English teacher.
What the hell, gnome? Like no, sorry.
I run.
Sorry.
No.
We also have a friend named Gnome.
So
What the hell?
So you, I rolled a natural 20 on one of the rat initiatives.
Why would you be that
Why?
way?
So,
But
Hey,
why?
Elf, look at me. Why would you be that way, though?
hey, Bria.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I knew it.
Stop, I love it.
All right. So anyway,
Elf step on me energy is strong today.
anytime.
And Abria is feeling it.
Anytime. Okay, giant rat. So first thing that happens is you're peering into the darkness and blam, this giant rat comes running down the corridor at you, teeth gnashing, nasty yellow, gross incisors, pouncing at you. And it attacks. Here it comes. Does a 24 hit you and I crit?
Yes.
Yikes.
So you take
You stop.
seven piercing damage as the rat pounces you. You have like visions of the were-rat thing. Like I think that's what it is. You know what I mean? There's like a moment of like, oh no, it is a were-rat, but it's just a giant rat and it bites you.
I feel as though perhaps I encouraged bad choices.
Man, could have
Yeah.
been way worse.
Yeah. All right, Rattle, you're up.
Rattle.
Okay. I don't believe I'll be hidden by a giant rat because it had dark vision.
You are
right?
you
I
are
think
correct.
that's-
You are correct. It can see you.
But I am
Also,
within 5 feet.
kobolds could see you.
It's a really good point. We'll readjust. I'll just take a shot from here. Yep,
Okay.
all good.
Yeah, plink it out.
That's why the hide action is awesome. Or the
Uh,
hide bonus
14.
action.
A 14 does hit.
Nice.
And
You,
that's
Dang.
14 points of damage.
Shut up.
you hit it.
We love it.
You hit it square between the eyes, and it just dies.
Turn around and I just give you a thumbs up.
I can't see it. You're not in the light.
There's the voice in your head is finally happy, going like, yes, 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 kill more things.
Gabe has concerns.
Aki is also thinks I hate it. Aki, the person who's playing
If-
the character
if
who
you
also
do-
has a voice in their head.
If you do actually hate it, I will stop doing that.
No, it's
Oh
actually
no, I love
We
it.
Okay.
love
Fantastic.
it.
I'm just terrified.
Sarcasm,
Redux-
100%.
Verdrux, you are up.
because Rattle is not a warlock, so
You don't know that.
There's some stuff going on. It's
That's
not even going to
true.
be the same voice either. It's going to be so confusing.
oh hell. All right, yeah, I'm just gonna come around here.
So you can see there's a rat in the corner there.
Okay, so that's 15.
You can reach it.
20. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna. Is this the only other rat?
It looks like it.
Okay.
And you can see the source of that loud running water. Is this like water in front of you coming from an underground
Water
river?
elemental?
That's
No.
interesting.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna slash it with my battle axe one-handed.
Give him the whaps.
23 to hit
You do indeed hit the giant rat.
Amazing.
for 10 slashing
It
damage.
is hyper dead.
Cool.
You get your revenge immediately upon the rat.
Yeah.
And with that, we are out of initiative order because the combat is over.
Oh, sweet.
This happens to me so often.
So it's interesting, and I just to separate for a moment and take a moment to mention this. The balancing for the encounters between these quests is all really different. Because the first one was
Oh,
like,
that's
we've
right.
got some big ass yetis, right? But then
Yeah.
This one's like some giant rats. This is like some level 1 stuff. You know what I mean?
That's
Like there is a lot of like up and down in terms of the.
Ooh, we're gonna feel
bonus
powerful
skill.
and then do something real stupid in the future.
yeah, of course.
That is
That's the spice of
Well,
like, roleplay games.
I particularly like it because it is an open world that allows you to do what you want, and the world doesn't conform to your level. Right? There's no like linear story that goes, you're gonna be about this strong when you get here, so you can do X thing. Like if you'd come here first, you might change your tune. You know what I mean? And if you go to the Yeti third, you might fight it. You know?
True. Like this. Is there anything in the water, or is it just
Oh,
running
so
water?
let me give you the rundown. There's an underground river that flows through the far side of the cavern, which is supported by a natural stone pillar near the water's edge. Between you and the river are the rodents. They're gone. So it looks like this water is coming from like an underground river that sort of sources over here. And then it's flowing down this little passageway over here. And you can hear it. You can hear it like falling, down the down somewhere. Like it's on a drop off. There's a waterfall sort of noise.
Oh hell! What if this water flows literally into the Underdark?
I wouldn't be surprised.
It is
I mean,
possible that is the case.
they need water too.
What is the Underdark?
Oh, the Underdark is actually, well, the name sort of says it all. The further down you go into the earth, the closer you get to darker beings like Duragar and Illithid and, those kinds of creatures that don't do well in sunlight and
How much
prefer
does-
to...
How much does Yeshimon know about creatures that live in the dark?
I mean, given that their patron is a light eater and they lived in Baldur's Gate, like Baldur's Gate has its own like really screwed up relationship with the Underdark.
That's true.
So I think they actually know quite a bit, and they're very studied, unbeknownst to a lot of the rest of the party. That they've got a
Okay.
they've actually. I forgot to send you that backstory information I was going to send you, but I will fill you in.
Yeah,
So-
I know. This isn't me saying like you have to roll something. I'm just interested in what your character might know.
Yeah.
you know?
No, Yeshivon is fairly studied. Like they like I said, they're from Baldur's Gate, which has its own really weird relationship with the Underdark, and so like they know a thing or two about what actually lives down there.
Yeah, and the stuff that lives down there is really dangerous generally. Like
Yeah,
it is a
it's-
hostile environment, just like Icewind Dale.
They're pretty cutthroat down there. Maybe on a level slightly above what we are currently able to handle. But that won't always be the case. If we end up ever having to go to the Underdark to take care of business, I have a feeling we'd be able to do it just fine. But yes, it's the further down you go, the closer you get to really strange things. Stranger than all of us.
So this room,
Person nods.
this room, other than the rats, it looks like this is where the rats have been like hanging out, where they've been living. There's some rat droppings and like just generally like some discarded bones that look like they've been like chewed on or whatever is like around here. And like it's close to a source of water. So, something you may notice is that the water actually feels like it has some heat. You know what I mean? Even from this distance, you can see a little bit of like steam on top of it.
All right,
Yeah.
I just want to say that this episode is now canceled to be a Hot Springs episode. Sorry, we're not clearing out any
We don't
cobalts
make the
today.
rules.
We're just gonna,
Uh-huh.
Nothing bad has happened when we've gotten in a bath.
nothing.
Nothing.
All right. Obviously, I'm joking. Continue. I apologize.
It's
Can I investigate the water?
Yeah, you can. Yeah. So
12.
with a 12, you can see that it is definitely hot. Like it's warm to the touch. If you put your hand in it, it's like hot enough that it would be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
The other thing is the current looks really strong. Like if you waded out into this, it is a distinct possibility you could be swept by it. You know what I mean?
And it's flowing downhill.
It is flowing.
Yeah?
It is flowing down from here
Yeah.
all the way down over like this way.
Sweet. So
What
I
do
think
we
Bursa
know?
kind of leans over and just, this doesn't seem correct. Hot water usually comes from lower to higher.
You're not wrong. What do we know about the geography of this location?
So the gem mine in particular, not much, but Icewind Dale has like a number of famous hot springs, in like places where people relax and do that stuff. I don't know the name of them offhand. I know they exist. I don't have the research.
They're in.
So it is possible that like this mine at some point like collided with some local, reservoir of hot water from a thermal vent or something. And it's flowing downhill instead.
Can I check to see if there's anything inherently arcane to this water?
Yeah, sure.
Magic.
Dirty
water.
20.
It appears with a dirty 20 to be naturally occurring. Like,
All right.
there's nothing about it that seems magical. It's not flowing the opposite direction. It's not a different color. It's not, got some residual illusion to it. Like, it is reacting the way it is supposed to react.
Bursa takes the shard of biscuit that she's been like chewing on, but out the side of her mouth, like a general with a cigar, and then dunks it into the water to
Okay,
soften it up
yeah,
a little bit, and then
Little
goes
hot-
back to eating it.
Little hot water. It's
Yeah.
That's an excellent idea.
It's got a slightly weird taste to it, the water, like a little sulfurous.
Ooh.
But
Tastes a little weird. Not necessarily bad.
I wonder if they've ever considered trying to funnel this water into the city to heat their homes. All right, moving on, I guess.
that would be an undertaking. Let's just put it that way.
Maybe the kobolds will do it.
Maybe they will.
Oh, we doubling back. Sorry.
Yeah, there's no other way to go out here unless you're planning to like take a careen off a waterfall.
Sorry. If you. Awkward move.
Is that an option?
Do you like dying?
Honestly?
No.
Did it once, didn't
I will tell you now.
stick.
I will tell you now. The prompt. I'm gonna read it for you. The prompt for this water says, any medium or smaller creature that wades into the fissure or starts their turn there must succeed on a DC 10 dexterity saving throw or be swept away by the current and dropped into the shaft that plunges thousands of feet into the Underdark. Such a fall is fatal.
Tight.
Just, if you fail a dexterity check, you die.
I mean, there's your balance, right? The rats were to lull you into a full sense of security. The water is
The
to
rats are
live.
like, oh no, don't jump in this pool with us.
Yeah.
Thank you
Okay.
for that, Elf.
Your
I
hot springs episode
appreciate
becomes
that.
deadly.
But that's that is the prompt. I'm like, the current is strong, don't stand in it. Okay, so further along, sorry, I'm in full dungeon running mode.
You're good.
Further along, you can see like down here, for example, that there are sort of some like benches and tables set up as a workspace sort of thing. Like it looks like this is the place where if they found gems, they would like clean them and process them. This is like the room for sort of getting the dirt off of things, and there's like a couple of trays of like water or like dried up dirt and like little hand hammers and stuff like that here.
Sweet. Okay. I'm just gonna keep going in.
Okay.
Are you going in, Yeshivan?
So it's clear that like from here there's like broken lanterns and stuff as well. Like things were knocked over when the miners had to like clear out really fast.
Yeah.
So like wherever the kobolds came from, they came through here and the miners ran back to the entrance.
Okay. And it's the kobolds doesn't seem to really attack any of the miners from like.
None of the miners were hurt. No.
Okay.
Yeah. It was just it's a fear thing, right? Like a level 1 human commoner is much weaker than a or a level 0 human commoner is much weaker than a kobold even.
Yeah.
Seems weird.
I mean,
Like bigger.
they are, but kobolds are like cunning and have weapons and stuff.
I wonder if they're afraid of something. Why did they come here?
Okay, so while you're making your way through this like processing area, are you taking a close look around or are you just like kind of rolling
I
through?
want
Or...
to see
I will.
if there's any gems left. and
Yeah,
take
let's
them.
steal stuff.
Okay.
I rolled investigation.
13. So you search the area, and it is clear to see that there is a small figurine of a dog carved out of rock on one of the tables that was like left behind while it was being worked on.
Does it have a weird inscription on it?
Yeah, this
Big
one
love.
Telling you to kill?
this one also says big love.
My
And,
most prized possession.
and it has 2 pebble-sized tourmalines for eyes.
This is very cute.
It doesn't actually.
Here you go,
say big-
Rattle.
It actually doesn't say big love on it.
Oh, but why did I roll intimidation? I don't know what I'm doing. Nope, I find nothing.
You
the
flex.
party-
You flex
I
in the
flexed
cave.
the cliff.
You flex in the cave. The walls respect you.
Yeah, this feels good for me. Thank you.
You're welcome.
What do
The
you think of this, Rattle?
quartermastering sessions. That's nice. What do I reckon? It's pretty worth like
10 gold.
5 each.
The tourmalines make it valuable.
Well, I mean, I don't have any particular use for it, but if you'd like it.
Sure, put it in my pack. I'll split it up later. I kind of want to do that again. Maybe we'll have that conversation later.
Kat makes a very good point. We see like bits of tourmaline like in the walls, right?
Sure do.
Because what if we decorated Rattle?
I just like get,
Big ones in my eyes.
Yeah, like what
emblazon
if we put?
Rattle's skeleton with tourmalines?
Yeah, have you considered that?
So what I will say is the gems from the walls are not processed and could, you know what I mean? Like they're not cut in any way, so they're like sort of very grungy still, very like what you're thinking of gems might look like. It's not the Seven Dwarfs mine from Snow White where they're just pulling full diamonds out of the wall.
I feel attacked by you bringing up exactly what my brain thought.
that is not what a gem mine looks like.
You two are on the same wavelength today. Wholesome.
They're just pulling full fucking diamonds out of the wall. Yeah. But yeah, theoretically you could bedazzle Rattle because I'm not sure that like affixing gems to him would cause him pain. I'm not even sure if he feels pain. Anyway, moving right along from that. there is another passageway leading further in to the cave.
Let's do it. Go here.
Okay. You can hear the sound of rushing water ahead of you, like very, very loudly.
Interesting.
You have approached close enough that you can see a walkway, like a wooden walkway, along the edge of a really fucking gigantic pit to nowhere.
Oh, I hate that.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's pretty spooky. There is a walkway, and you step onto the walkway. Okay.
Yeah, very slowly.
So you have a torch in your hand, right?
Yep.
So you can see like 30 feet down, or actually, are you looking down?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. You can see on a walkway like 30 feet down below you that there's like more walkway. You know, like this mine goes down further. It's just that you can see like the entrance to some tunnels and another walkway. There's no way to get to it from here. Presumably there is further ahead. Okay. Does anybody you want to make an investigation check? You want to do anything that like might...
Ooh, yes. May
So-
I investigate the walkway to see how sturdy it is?
You may. So you're looking down at the walkway.
Yeah.
Okay.
10.
All right. You don't really
Love the way
notice
you said that.
you don't really notice anything about the walkway in particular. What you do notice is that there are hang on, I gotta move some stuff from layer to layer.
Guess who's
You're
scared?
looking down. You gotta be looking up.
I am just imagining level 10 rattle right now.
So-
I'm lost in it.
Oh, hell.
So what you do notice is that underneath the walkway, like looking down at the walkway, you can see under the beams, there are like a pair of kobolds, and they're like sawing parts of it away. They're like working on it, you know, like like being quiet and like working away happily, but they're like clearly sabotaging the walkway.
Okay.
They are below the walkway, just
Yes.
so you know, but they're like clinging to the bottom of it.
Do I feel like they've noticed us?
I mean, they could generally not possibly not notice you. You know what I mean? Like they are clinging to the bottom of a walkway you're standing on.
I was going to say very quickly, Bobby, there are kobolds underneath the walkway. They're trying to break the walkway. Do I have your permission to yell very loudly and try to scare them away?
You don't have to ask.
It's
Do
just
we-
polite.
Thank you. Do you want to scare them or do we want to kill them so they can't tell everyone else?
I don't know how we can hit them
It is-
underneath the walkway.
It is very clear to you that the loud roaring of the waterfall nearby is going to make any noise you make very loud to be able to like for the kobolds to hear it. You know?
Oh,
what
that's
I mean?
fine. Don't worry. I have something for this.
All right, cool.
I can hit them from here.
Yelling spell.
So
For
is,
Dog.
out of character, is the party fine with that?
With you yelling at them?
Yeah, trying to scare them away, essentially.
Yeah, scare them so they accidentally like go and fall to their deaths.
That's kind of what I was thinking,
Absolutely.
honestly.
Yeah.
So as a Dragon Lord Paladin, I can channel divinity. As an action to mimic the frightful presence of a dragon, I can roar as loud as an adult dragon, and each creature of my choice within 60 feet must succeed on a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw or be frightened by me for 1 minute.
That is awesome.
Dope.
Kill them. Do it.
Get them.
So then they just need to
That's
make a Wisdom saving throw of 14.
Okay, so you do it. So
Yep.
so what is this like?
I feel like there's
Like
almost
you
like
say adult dragon, but all the dragons have different like sounds and like a different type of dragon. Like is it like
it's
what
probably
kind
like
of
a wailing yell, like a, and then it like
Mm.
starts like echoing into a roar.
Okay, let me roll wisdom saves for them.
I want them to.
I don't roll a wisdom save as well.
Giddy. What was it that happens if
Yeah,
they
let's
fail?
all roll.
What was it that happens if they fail, Gabe?
They're frightened of me for 1 minute. And honestly, I'm thinking if they're frightened and they're holding on to this thing, I mean, I hope they're fine. But if they're not fine, either way, it wins.
So they immediately start like scrabbling away down like whatever like construction they've made, and you can't hear them talking, but but there's a clear like frantic motion to their movements that they're like they didn't fall and die, but they're definitely like whatever we're doing, we're not doing it right now. You know, like they're running away.
I'm trying to mimic the roar of a cold dragon, and since they didn't see us, I hope they go tell them there's a cold dragon.
Yeah, I mean they're leaving basically like as fast as they can.
Can I try to get a shot on one of them, like as they're scrabbling down?
Sure, I will give you disadvantage because you have to shoot through the walkway to be able to.
Can I, like, how far out is the walkway? Can I, like, peek over the side and try to get a firebolt off?
Even that would give you disadvantage because we're talking about they're like underneath it, like they're
That's fair.
clung to it.
I
Cool.
have
What
a
a
question.
horrible time to not be able to use that natural 20. Thank
That
you.
is a shame. you do not hit the kobolds.
Yep.
They
question.
They are, however, like like running away. So.
I do have a question.
Yeah.
What color are these kobolds? Can we tell?
Let me check. So Icewind kobolds.
I won't tell. They're entirely encrusted in kobolds.
So they are, so they're like a regular sort of koboldy red, but they have like winter gear of their own, like you know feathered or furred coats and stuff like that they're wearing. Kobolds are cold-blooded, so it sucks to live in Icewind Dale.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's better.
All right, so they both ditched the hell out of there.
Well, looks like they are gone now.
However, that noise definitely resonated down the passage to the, you know what I mean? Like the Underdark passage. Yeah.
That's fine. Now that, I mean, hopefully they're at least scared. That works in our favor. Scared people negotiate well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What in the nine hells was that?
I follow a draconic pantheon for a reason.
Okay.
It's really hot when you get all growly like that, Padrux.
I'd say it's actually
It's
very
still
cold.
very cold in here.
Well, I'm
That an awkward moment where they look at each
Yeah,
other.
like
yeah.
Next to them.
Well, I'm feeling toasty.
Yeah, like
yeah.
having this conversation in this passageway is more like, well, actually, it's really kind of cold. You know what I mean? Like, there's so much noise. The water is just like so loud. So you make your way across the walkway. It doesn't appear to like give under you or anything like that.
Oh, good. That could have been bad trying to get back. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So mechanically, those guys, if you don't spot them, like you don't look at the bridge or anything like that. It basically says if you look at the bridge, you see them, but you can't hear them.
Oh, it's more.
And it takes them a day to sabotage the bridge, so anything that's bigger than a kobold will fall.
Interesting.
Yeah. So if you like rest in here, it could be a problem.
That's interesting and terrifying.
But like walking across it, even if you hadn't have noticed them, nothing would have happened.
Okay. Oh.
Okay, so you've got another passage in front of you, and it looks like as you come around the corner there, Yeshivon, or not Yeshivon, Bedarks,
Yep.
that it looks like this is like a wooden pulley system that's been constructed around a large hole in the floor.
Cool.
There's a big bucket that's like big enough to hold a humanoid held by thick rope. There are 3 alcoves next to it that contain wooden boards and mining equipment. It's clearly like how they've been moving between levels. Like it is a
Okay.
it is a bucket for moving stuff and people.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. How should we proceed?
You'll probably have to go one at a time because it is a bucket that can hold a humanoid, not 4 humanoids.
When in Icewind Dale.
Rattle.
Yep.
You are the only one of us who doesn't need a torch and probably the quietest. Are you all right with going first?
Where are we going? Peek my head around. Bucket.
Down.
Fancy. Sure. Let's go. Ready.
All right.
Gonna prove myself to you.
Okay. I've just got to move tokens around a little bit here.
Gabe felt that.
Oh.
The jokes will remember that.
Only sure rat.
Hang on.
Doesn't count.
It's pretty impressive, to be honest.
I have discovered that my traditional food for this stream has become tater tots.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so Rattle, you make it down to like the bucket. The bucket is cranked down, and you make it down to the second level. The mechanism creaks as the bucket lift descends to a floor of small cave where two dusty tunnels lead in opposite directions.
I can't feel the wind.
Do you get out of the bucket, or
Yeah, I pop down and I take a look around the corner. I
do you want to like do a survival or something?
yeah. It feels disingenuous of me to not tell you that as I was putting my token down, I saw that there was something around the corner.
Uh huh.
So maybe it saw me. I'm not sure.
I have no idea. It's fine. Just roll a survival if you want to.
Okay.
I can tell you more with a survival. I can't tell you anything until
I
you
like
roll
that
it.
this campaign uses survival checks more than I usually get to see them used.
Yeah, right?
Well, because it's a harsh environment, right?
That's a 7.
You get nothing. So, you see there are tracks on the floor. That's all you know. Who else is coming down in the bucket? I assume everybody eventually.
Yeah, I pop my head back up and I give a thumb. Then I realize that they can't see me. And I like tug the rope a little bit.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Rope tug. I'm gonna elide the bucket one by one thing just because nothing happens.
Okay, cool.
Nothing happens while that is going on. So I'm just
Thanks.
Thank you.
gonna quickly move you all. Bump.
Oh, it's all in the same thing.
There we
That's sweet.
go. You're all in the
Oh, it's a
you're all in
different
the
place.
bucket repository now. Yes.
Oh,
Have to do the like zoom in and hands move over. Like, where did I go?
Yeah. Zoom out. Find yourself. Reposition.
Yeah, I point down at the ground and there's some tracks and then I just
There are some tracks. It looks like kobold tracks. Lots of them leading to the south and like one set leading to the north.
Yeah, I'm just not talking.
Do
I'm
we-
just doing like point question mark.
Do we see the human tracks mixed in with them?
There are no human tracks here,
Interesting.
as far as you can tell.
Well, either that means that there's been too much kobold traffic and we no longer can see the regular traffic, or our human isn't with the kobolds. One or the other.
yeah.
Anyways, fearless leader, shall we go onward?
Does anybody in the group have a passive perception of 16 or higher?
Let me see.
Nope.
No, 10.
Got quiet.
Just
We're not a
wanted-
very perceptive bunch.
Cool. I just wanted to check.
Fair.
The ceilings down here are a little higher, by the way. It's about 10 or 15 feet at any
Oh.
given point.
Looks like they've worked this area a bit.
Yeah.
Do we want to sneak through here? Because I'm not very sneaky.
You keep talking at full volume.
Well, let's talk at this volume then.
Yeah.
I
I was
think it would
I was
be-
just stage whispering.
I think it would behoove us to try and stealth our way through this. The element of surprise might be helpful for most of us, so let's do that.
First, you first.
That'd be you.
Okay.
And I'm actually not. I'm not going to move
Uh-huh.
because I would have disadvantage on stealth. I'll instead just run in if something happens.
Okay.
That's good. All right.
Nice. I'll
Ru-
follow on Rattle's heels. Not like on it. On
So
your
are
heels.
you both stealthing? If so, roll stealth.
Yep. I rub my skeleton hands together and then start pantomime going, and it makes spooky skeleton noises. and I
Jesus,
step.
can I please start?
Abria rolls a very poor stealth, and
Yeah, I always do.
it's fine.
And my one natural 20 means nothing.
Dave rolls.
I only get an 11
They roll
with a
well,
plus
I mean-
8.
Oh,
Dave rolls a
no!
3.
All right,
You're
I just want to roll
just-
for fun now, to be honest.
Yeah, you might as
It's
well.
like
You're
you
gonna
might as
roll
well,
really
'cause-
high.
Maybe we'll our average out.
So the average stealth rolls of the group, for those of you who are listening at home, is 7, 11, 3, 0.
Amazing.
You'll
we
love to
rolled
see it.
Great.
2 natural ones.
You're really sneaky, friends. Well done.
Wow.
Love to
wow,
see it.
wow, wow,
I
wow.
love
wow.
that for us.
So you're heading on.
Yep.
Where are you
I'm
going?
sneaking through.
Okay.
Oh,
So whatever that is ahead of you, the kobold there, seems not to be paying attention. He's not looking in this direction. He's looking towards the wall, poking something with a javelin.
okay. I just very visibly take an arrow out, like, to the others.
You can hear there's at least 2 kobolds in the room next to you, and those of you who speak Draconic can hear them saying, "Do you think it's dead? If it's dead, can we eat it? Would anybody mind if this thing went missing? I don't know. If we don't tell them, if you don't tell them, Small, then they won't know. Yeah, but if we don't tell them, then Trex might find out, Greg. But I'm really hungry, and it's right here."
Yeah,
They
so
said
as
Trex
the
might find out, right?
Trex might find out, yeah.
Okay, so I'm making sure I know the names of the ones that are there. Grek and Smol.
Grek and Small. Small as in SMOL, and Grek as in GREK.
Yep,
Love
poke-
small,
Thank
and
you
I want
to
to
the-
keep them.
Thank you to the designers of Icewind Dale for including a kobold named Smol.
To the rest of you who don't speak Draconic, it just sounds like it sounds like if you took a dragon and made it really small. It's like not bassy at all. You know, like dragons have that like bass. It's like the yappy dog version. You know.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Kobolds are the Pomeranians of dragons, and that makes perfect sense to me.
Pretty much, yeah.
Dragons are all about that bass. Kobolds are treble.
So being the first one to see them,
Uh huh.
I do kind of try to sort of like pantomime out because they're listening to them talk. They know what's going on. I pull the arrow out and I like show it.
Yeah. So you're like,
And, like, wait
signaling
till-
to the group. Yeah.
You know, like, shall I shoot one of them?
I want to nod and then start readying a cantrip.
Okay. Okay.
Less for dramatic effect and more just like, yeah. I feel you. Let's go mess some stuff up.
So out of character, would they be able to ready an attack if I talked to them during? Like, would the party be able to ready an attack?
So the only reason they haven't seen you is because they have like a thing that they're talking about and like looking at. They're the pair of stormtroopers who are facing the opposite direction currently. If you talk to them, they will be able to see what everybody else is doing because they will look over at you, presumably, right?
Okay.
So if you're talking to them and you know there's weapons out and cantrips ready and stuff, it might be different, right?
Okay. So I'll do the like
Like 1 second.
minute for me to talk.
Yeah,
Basically without-
you can physically push my like hands away
Uh-huh,
and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna let you have that. So they're a little afraid of the skeleton with the
Yeah,
weapon.
the voice in the back of your head, Dave, is just continually like, "Why are you waiting? Why are you waiting? What are you doing? If I had control of this, I'd be doing it right now." You know, that kind of stuff.
So then I'll move here, and in Draconic I'll say, "That is curious. How would Trex feel?"
And so, Greg and Small, you see the thing that they're talking about appears to be a dead giant rat in front of them, like in this little alcove here. And they clearly were talking about eating it. And there's like a table and some chairs nearby and whatever. And they turn around and they screech like super loud, like really surprised that you're there. Like, "Ah! Who are you? What are you doing here?" But the javelins like come down in terms of like defending themselves, like they're twitchy kobolds, you know, like they got a lot of that twitchy kobold energy.
I'm just going to tell you, if you do that, then they will do that, and I think they are much more dangerous.
And they like look over to the group and they see like Arrow, Skeleton, and like giant Goliath with magic, and Yeshivon doing. whatever
Yeshivon
it
is just leaning against the wall, kind of, looking at them.
And they're like,
Gives them a wink and a finger gun.
and they're like, and they're-
Basically,
and
yeah.
they're like, they hold their javelins up like, okay, like that's fine. We get and they like nudge each other. Small's like, you talk to him, Greg, and Greg's like, no, you should do it. You know, like they're kind of like trying to push each other forward so that one of them will be in a position to get murdered if it's gonna happen.
That's fair.
There's a nice sign up there. Yashavon says this in Draconic.
Trex did it.
Your
Is-
leader is quite adept.
Is Trex the human?
No, Trex led us here. He has wings like dragon.
Is Trex a kobold?
Trex kobold, yes. Trex smart. He used to be like a human who knows a bunch. Speak like you. He not speak dragon anymore though.
How big is Trex by any chance?
Kobold size, like small but bigger. Says Greg.
Like small but bigger. I
Yeah,
see.
small.
I'm bored. Are we fighting them? What are we doing?
I say in common, can you understand me to the kobolds?
Yes.
Oh.
They're much less fluent in common, but they definitely understand your words.
Okay. Well, then I'm not going to say to Bursa, we're not going to eat them in common. But I think about it. Can you take us to Trex? We have a offer. In Dragonborn.
Yeah. They like
Don't
look,
worry.
they
If
like-
you cooperate, everything will be fine.
They like look to each other and talk quickly and quietly and like mumble Draconic. They're like, "Should we take him to Trex?" Well, if we don't take him to Trex, they're gonna like blow us up or shoot us or something. So we don't have a lot of choice. But if we do take him to Trex, I don't know if Trex will. Well, actually, Trex wanted to talk. No, okay, yeah, no, we take you to Trex, yeah.
As soon as they finish, I'm going to say, I would be quick. The voice you heard above was mine.
Okay, yeah. Come with us. Yeah, we'll take you to Trex.
I'm going to walk over to Bursa.
Mm.
I'll be honest. I don't really care what happens beyond this. So,
So these two kobolds scuttle away into the dark over here.
this is fine.
We're totally not being led into a trap.
Now, kobolds,
Why does that kobold have wings? That's what horrifies me.
kobolds,
Yeah.
I love it.
kobolds have
It's
never
a
been.
it's a thing.
Yeah.
They can have it. It's just kind of rare.
Urds are a thing, and they're kobolds that have wings.
Let's go.
It's not common, for sure.
You want
Okay.
to go before me?
Oh my God, their
Rattle?
name is T-Rex.
Yep, it's fine.
The lead.
Also, yeah, I knew that when I wrote out my love for Trex, and that's great.
So you follow them to the passage, and they're waiting at like a staircase that looks like it leads down further. And they go down the staircase. Now I have to move people again, so just gather up so I can do that. Give me 1 second. I gotta move these kobolds. I gotta figure out where we come in. Okay, we come in over there. And da-da, ba-ba-da. It's a little crowded at the front entrance here, so just give me 1 second.
Are they like leading us into the Underdark?
They are leading you deeper, certainly.
Okay. This is scary.
So I'm just gonna have these guys move up because I need to.
I
get-
It's an interesting question. Where does the underground stop and the underdark begin? Really?
Yeah,
It's a bit of a weird one.
where is the dark? So you come down the stairs, and immediately in front of you, as you're coming down, Madrox, is the pit that you recognize. The third level of this pit down here.
Oh my God, is that a freaking? Oh hell no!
What? It's a freaking rope. Yeah.
Yes.
So
I don't even see what you see.
let me
Zoom out and go down right.
Let me explain. I mean, you could just move your token forward a little bit, and you'd be able to see.
Oh.
Got it.
So the tunnel downward slopes ends where it opens onto the center shaft. A wooden walkway extends from this opening and runs westward to another tunnel in the rock. In front of you, a large bucket like the one you saw earlier dangles from a taut rope that stretches southward across the shaft and is connected to another wooden platform 15 feet away. Looking down, you see nothing but darkness. If you have dark vision or a light source, if you look up, you can see the underside of the walkways, but you can't see anything below you. There is a nothingness below you. It looks like the bucket would be used to move humanoids, like from one side of this place to the other, or stuff from one side of this place to the other. But you have to dangle on a rope across a chasm, basically, to do it.
At least there's a bucket. Could be worse.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's not sturdy. Like, it looks sturdy, but it doesn't look like you couldn't break it. You know what I mean? It's a rope. Yeah.
So I think what we should do is send one kobold across first. Leave one of them over here.
You don't even. I'm hearing a really sharp buzzing from someone. That whoever muted it was you. Okay, it's gone now. So Small and Greg were like, you're talking about going across, and they're like, you don't have to go across. The tracks is right over here, and they scuttle away into this tunnel over here.
Curse my video game RPG need to explore everything.
I feel you.
I hate it.
I mean, there's
Kill
all
everything.
kinds of stuff.
Look at every hex.
So, you just everybody get where you need to be, so I don't have to.
That's good for me.
So, ahead of you, there is in fact Trex, this kobold who has wings. He's wearing fake wings, though. They're like clearly fake.
Fraud! It's a fraud.
And when you come around the corner, he regards you with some suspicion. Oh, I'm getting delivery. Another coffee. I just had one, now I have two.
Last half hour.
Both
you
of
can
them
do
were
it. Make it
both
through.
of them were very large coffees too.
Venti coffee. All right, anyway, what I was saying. So, Trex looks over at you, and he regards you with an intelligence that does not, you know what I mean? Like, he looks at you in a way that suggests that he is a very smart kobold. The other kobolds are kind of jittery and a little bit, like, twitchy, and he is very much in control of himself, you know, like, and you can see from behind him, there's several kobolds, like, in the various crevices and stuff around here, and you're pretty sure that if there were a hostile action here, there are a lot of kobolds hiding in various places. Like, you can see like a part of a scaly tail, or a part of some glinting of eyes in the back, or whatever. Like,
Or if he had a fireball in just the middle.
I mean, if you do, that would be
We
great.
don't, we're not level 5, very sad.
So anyway, Trex turns to you and looks at you, and the other two, who I said, Greg and Small, go like, these guys wanted to talk to you. You want to talk to some people, right? And Trex is like, yes. And this is all in this is all in common, actually, because Trex doesn't speak Draconic. And Trex turns and goes, so Greg says you're here with a proposition?
Yes. You came into this mine, but you didn't harm anyone when you did so.
Well, it wasn't our intention to harm anyone, but you know that this everlasting winter has made it very difficult out there in the wilderness for me and my kind to stay safe. The cold dulls our wits and makes us slow and vulnerable. We only want a place to stay so we can keep out of this weather. You know, we can work and we won't cause any trouble. Tourmaline would be richer for having us, honestly.
So you would be amenable to being hired to work inside of this mine?
Of course, if the town were amenable to my workers visiting occasionally.
Oh my Bahamut, this was significantly easier than I ever expected it to be.
Is there a reason why you chased them out in the first place?
They ran. I didn't chase anyone.
That sounds about right.
And
People are stupid.
They mentioned that there was a human that went missing. Do you know anything about that?
Nothing in particular about that, no. So Trex is got these like fake wings on. He's also wearing this like sort of ratty clothing, and he has like a satchel around his shoulders that looks like kind of old and strange. And it has like some weird flaps on it.
Can I roll some insight?
If you'd like to roll an insight on Trex, you're welcome to do so.
I'd like to do the same.
What kind of shapeshifter shapeshifts
One-
into a kobold?
Okay.
What are these rolls?
16.
So
Ursa watches silently from the back.
Okay, so generally my rule on checks is one roll
Okay.
helps if not, or harms if not. I don't want the whole party to get 4 chances to succeed every
All
time.
right.
Got it.
So I'll just take Aki's roll because she was the first person to ask me.
They.
And yeah, sorry, they. If you could roll again, Aki, it would be really great if you could do it at advantage because Gabe said they were helping.
Yeah. Analyzing
Nice.
because something seems off about this.
I mean,
Kobold.
yes, something is definitely off.
Nice.
Okay, 14, nice. So he's like definitely not telling the truth. This is like the voice of every smarmy person you've ever known. You know what I mean? Like he's got that like Baldur's Gate politician energy, which makes no sense for a kobold at all. Like they are not.
Yes,
known
Siobhan has
to
seen
be
it
this
so
way.
many times.
They are not known to be this way at all. Yeah. And he's like, so can we go to town and tell them that we're gonna work or?
Well,
Is everyone amenable to that?
I mean, if Trex is willing to go ahead of us on the path, then of course. Why don't you lead us, great Trex?
Certainly. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I will. And he does so. He goes with you, and his band of chattering kobolds, like the whole crew. If nobody stops them, all the way back, like
I
out of the mine.
would pointedly, as soon as I saw Trex, burst out laughing because it's ridiculous.
He gives you a look that's like sort of hurt, but
oh,
Trex, why do you wear fake wings?
yo.
I don't know if that was a yo like that was a mean question or yo like
No,
you also-
no. Burst is just giving him a dirty look. Like, why? You can't just.
Trex,
It's like that moment
Just
in
full
Mean,
Mean
Girls.
Girls. Yeah.
Trex is like, my people, my people respect those of more draconic qualities, and if I have to fake it, then I'll fake it.
So I could be the new ruler instead of you.
What are you doing?
And he goes like, very possibly, yes.
Why is everything so
exactly-
easy with you? That concerns me.
It's-
Nothing has ever been this easy.
Is nobody else gonna? Why is he? He's shapeshifted. This is the dude, right?
What?
We're all.
Probably.
What are we talking about?
He doesn't.
I am actually
speak-
out of character, out of the like.
Oh, you mean like
No,
you think this is the
yeah.
human who is shapeshifting?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
It does feel weird that a human is shape shifting into a kobold with fake wings on.
it's to ingratiate. I mean, he's wearing human's gear, right?
Actually, Trex, where did you and your people come from?
I have to look this up. From outside. We didn't come in from the Underdark, if that's what you're wondering.
But you like, why you would? Where did
That's
you?
not true.
You came from somewhere nearby, right? Why would you have? You had to have known this cave was here to come here.
Of course, I told you, it's the winter, the everlasting winter. We're cold-blooded. Being outside sucks.
All right.
What will you
No,
do
it's just-
if the people of this town do not accept you in the mine?
They told us they came from under. He's lying.
Oh. Yes, you're lying. You said you came from under, but how could you
No,
come from under?
I didn't say
No,
we came from.
he said he came from outside. The people told us it was under. I feel kind of weird now. We're kind of not talking secretly about it anymore.
Oh, I'm not as concerned because we're down here and we could crush all of them if we wanted to.
Yeah, it's good deal. You
Because
can
I-
let
Is
dragon
that what we're
breath,
going
let
to
there
do
in a
now?
cone. What's the deal, dude?
What? I'm not sure what you're asking me.
Why are you lying to us? Is what
Are
we're
you
asking.
lying to us?
I
Are you
want-
from the Underdark?
I want to go and find a safe place for my people in the town.
Who aren't kobolds?
He like waves his hands around like, no, they are.
Can I
You're a
Arcana check
different
him,
kind of thing.
please?
I get it
yes.
now.
Somebody make
Thank
a
you.
check.
Yeah, my God.
And I'd like to make
12.
a persuasion check to the kobolds and say in Draconic, do you trust Trex?
Sure. Yeah, you can do that too.
Yeah, let's see what the Arcana
I will give
was
you the
first.
results of all of these things.
Okay.
12.
Okay, 12. So he's definitely not normal, right?
Yeah.
Like this is not kobold behavior. And now this persuasion, 25, very nice.
Yep, and that's 24, 25.
May reveal something that lets you put the pieces together. So the
Doppelganger.
the kobolds go like, well, he's really smart, and they're talking in Draconic with you, and Trex looks a little bit annoyed by that. They're speaking in Draconic with you, and they go like, well, he's really smart, but you know, he didn't used to be like until real recent. He was like just the same, and he spoke the dragon language, and now he doesn't. But he led us here, and it's warm and good, so they, you know. And Bursa, you realize with the Arcana check and the combination of that information that he might be possessed.
Yeah.
Where I
Oh.
was gonna go with that.
And
I
I
was
just,
so sure I was right too.
I'm gonna turn and there's, I guess, just in common.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever, I'll just say it in common, and Trex can hear. Something's wrong. This isn't right. I have your permission to take care of him?
Are you talking to the kobolds or to the?
No, I'm talking in common to the group, since I am mirroring
Yeah. I
Vidrux asking about yelling.
Sure.
I don't think this is right at all. Go for it.
Oh,
All right.
Take him out.
Yeah, I'm gonna witch bolt him. Please
Yeah,
and thank
you
you.
go. You go ahead. I'm not gonna bother to roll initiative because they're kobolds.
Sweet.
Oh,
Amazing. What
You know
world do I live in
you know-
right now?
you know-
It's
you know what?
desperately cool.
You know what? It doesn't matter because it's a narrative witch bolt, and he has like 9 HP, and I'm not.
That was just a very. Thank you for the gimme.
I'm
'cause
not.
just
I'm not.
rolling like garbage.
Your dramatic proclamation was enough to let me give it to you.
fair.
So you like reel back and hurl a witch bolt into this kobold, and he like gets a hit like dead in the chest and falls over, like dead. And immediately as he does, there's this like spirit that like raises out of him and like goes into the like satchel that's around his shoulders, and just like dissipates, like it's like hiding or it's been returned to where it's supposed to be or something. But all the other kobolds are panicking their shit up right now. They are like getting ready to fight if they have to in this corner or whatever. And I'll give you a moment to change that if you want to. But
I'm gonna yell in Draconic, calm yourselves, and we will get you hired by the miners who will return here.
do you want to like roll intimidate or something for me?
Sure.
Can I help?
You can.
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
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 Can it be persuasion or would you rather
Alright.
intimidation? Up to you.
The way that you said it was like a yell, and you're trying to like come over a crowd of like very agitated small creatures.
Cool. So a 19.
19 is enough. 19 is enough that they pay attention to you, and they're like, so if Trex is gone, then you're in charge, right? And they turn to like another kobold, and the kobold's like, yeah, it's me now. And they're like, cool. And they figure it out really quick, like who's in charge. And they don't really seem to care about what happened to Trex, like almost at all.
Vidrux,
Yes, Bursa.
when I struck down Trex, something left him. Do you have the ability to bring him back to see if he knows what happened?
I can try. Do you mean like bring him back to life or
I figured
analyze?
you serve a dragon god. I don't know if you can do that or not.
So it is while you are talking that the ghost, this like human ghost dressed in like sagely gear, materializes once again from the satchel, and like springs towards Vidrux.
Oh.
Vidrux,
No.
Vidrux, could you roll me a charisma save, please?
Yes, I can.
Oh my god, please be good. Please be good. Please do a good job.
Or, be terrible.
24.
Oh, never mind.
So this spirit like smashes against you like it's hoping to like dive right into you, and instead is like rebuffed, and it has the same voice that Trex had as it is like forced back and goes like, can't believe you've ruined my plant, sort of getting all upset. Bursa, something you would know with your previous Arcana check about ghosts, and just in general, because you're a spiritual kind of owlberry type, is that ghosts are bound to something, and you're pretty sure you know what that something is, like the satchel.
Yeah. If while the ghost is out and about, I'm gonna then run over and grab the satchel.
You're gonna grab it? Okay.
Yeah.
So
Can I shoot the satchel with something?
if you want to.
Cool. I want to use one of my new spells.
So Bertha runs over, grabs it from Trex's body, like rips it off of him and holds it up so it's like easier for you to hit. And then I assume you.
That wasn't my intent, but okay.
Well, I'm just
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna dark bolt it. All
Yeah.
right. D10 cold damage.
For each one, because I have 3.
Okay, so these are attack rolls. So roll.
Yeah.
Roll 'em.
On ghost.
Scorching ray, but slightly different. Interesting.
Don't you have to roll attack rolls for them? The rays are each an attack roll.
Oh, yes, you're correct. Sorry about that. Sorry.
The most powerful
Gonna
spell
go
in the
here.
game. It's like
Here.
It's like
magic
magic
missile.
better.
Yeah.
Yay!
Thanks, homebrew.
It's a Constitution
Is it
saving
con
throw.
saves? Rays are never.
Wait, hold on.
saves.
Yeah, it says
Actually,
spell attack.
it's a ranged spell attack. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's me setting it up wrongly. I apologize.
I don't think that's your fault.
No, it's all right.
No, it'll be a toggle between
Put the ghost in Boogie.
Let's try this one more
the
time.
ghost and boogie. You say
Let's
that
try
out
this one
loud.
more time.
Oh my
23.
God.
23 hits. Roll a d10. 3
That's
damage.
3 for the
All
first
right,
one.
go again.
Sorry about that, y'all.
No, it's all
Thank you
good.
for bearing with me. 11.
11 also hits.
That's
An
gonna
animal
be
object.
8.
And the satchel, held high in Bursa's hand like she was going to do something with it, shatters into a million pieces.
I think we can.
Icy million pieces as Yeshivon blasts the crap out of it. And at that point, the ghost screams and howls this loud, horrible noise that echoes into the Underdark cave, even past the waterfall noise, and dissipates into nothing.
Rattle says quietly but out loud, like to nobody. Are you one of those as well? Kind of waits.
There is no reply, but then you just hear, no.
Oh.
Yeshivon sees the look on Bursa's face and goes, sorry, that was...
Don't talk to me. I thought we were asking.
And on that, let's be done for today.
Oh God.
I love ending on "Don't talk to me." So that'll be it for today. Good session, friends. We can deal with the fallout of the kobolds next session, which gives me more kobolds to do.
Like that a lot better. I like that I was wrong about it because it's always doppelgangers.
Yeah, it
and
wasn't
I
a
liked it
doppelganger.
not being
That's fun.
doppelgangers.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, if you don't straight up murder Trex, there isn't a whole lot of resolution.
Interesting.
In that, like, the ghost has a goal, and the goal of the ghost is to get you to bring it to the town so it can possess someone who's more important than Trex. So,
Ooh.
Yeah.
so like,
It probably, unless the character gets super personally invested in the town, just doesn't matter.
Yeah, what if we just did it? Or it's like, here you go.
Well,
Just for a
Okay, bye,
laugh.
guys.
well, and also if you just dungeon smash it, the satchel is still there when like the humans come back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
There is a little bit more of the dungeon to look at if you want to. There's some like optional zones, but we'll decide that next time. So that's us for this week. Let's do shoutouts. Let's start with Gabe. Gabe, tell us what you're up to and where we can find you and stuff.
Hi, I'm Gabe James Games on Twitch, Twitter, pretty much anywhere else. Friday on the Roll20 Play Twitch channel, you can find me at 10 a.m. Pacific time for my show Tabletop Table Talk, where I just sit and talk with either the chat or with a guest about just ways to be a better GM and be more comfortable telling stories. Saturdays at 7 p.m. Eastern time, I'm playing in a werewolf game with Aki. We have our grand finale this Halloween on Saturday on the Mythic Grove channel. It's going to be, oh gosh, a lot of drama. And I'm very excited about that. If you check out my Twitter page, literally every other day this week, there's probably going to be an announcement so I can finally talk about things. Thank God. But yeah, this is fun. I loved it. I feel like we are getting a rhythm.
Yeah, it sounds good. Let's go with Aki next. Aki, where can we find you?
Hi everybody, I'm Aki. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at MixGenie in a Bottle. That's MXGINIINABOTTLE. And my entire Twitch schedule is also available over on my Twitch personally at twitch.tv/ShidariAki. That's SHIDAREAKI. And yeah, I will not be doing Clear Skies tonight because that is tonight is our usual Blood of the Void day, though that is also canceled. Instead, you can find me tonight over at Scabby Rooster, reprising my role as Nip, the swarm of sentient rats that inhabit a suit of armor, and that'll be starting at 7:30 tonight.
You're a bunch of rats in a trench coat?
In a
Of
suit
armor?
of armor. Yes, exactly.
Amazing.
I know, it's a lot of fun.
That's so dope.
But yeah, you can catch us, I believe, at 8 o'clock tonight. We'll be doing that. It'll be a lot of fun. And then other than that, it's my normal schedule this week.
Awesome. Dave, you want to go next?
Yeah, right. I'm curious. How do we do on donations?
It doesn't look like we hit it, so
We shall try
Damn
again.
it.
we'll
next
try
week.
again next week. Yeah.
Try again next week. As for my personal stuff, please be patient with me. I'm getting there. Nothing quite yet. I could post the thing I made. I don't know yet. I'll think about it. Look on my Twitter. Maybe it'll be there at Dave_the_human. Who knows? It'll be a mystery until it happens.
All right then. Onward to Abria. Abria.
Sweet. Hi, I'm Maria Iyengar. You can follow me on social media at Quiddy, QUIDDIE, and I will post there all the stuff I'm doing. I will specifically shout out, though, tonight at 5 o'clock PST. I'm playing in a game called Nuked, which is post-apocalyptic. It's super fun. I'll just post all the details on socials. Don't worry about it. Go there.
Okay.
Follow me there.
All right, cool. And of course, there's me personally. You can find me at twitch.tv/DistractedElf or on Twitter at DistractedElf, where I do lots of streaming and RPG stuff. I am going to, in the next week, be doing absolutely hours and hours and hours of Neverwinter roleplay once Friday hits, because there's a cool event happening. So if you like seeing a character grow from the very beginning of their story and seeing where that goes, I'm going to try and stream all of it. So we'll see how that goes. That's on Friday and onwards for that week. Otherwise, this has been our wonderful Icewind Dale Rime of the Frost Maiden. If you want to play Rime of the Frost Maiden, you can buy it on Roll20.net, where all of these wonderful things that I've been using, the module and the tokens and the maps and stuff, are provided. A couple of things that are outside of it, obviously, like our character art tokens and stuff. That's our stuff. But mostly, if you want to run this module, a great way to do it is on Roll20. And if you just feel like playing any game, there are a lot of games, and you should do that. You should do that. Roll20 has a great platform for doing so. So go there, Roll20.net. And that's the whole thing. Okay, see you later. Bye, nerds.
Bye.